I see Julie. Oh, come on, Julie, let's go.
Yes,
to the exit.
This hill. Yes, to the hill exit.
Oh, that 4%. Yeah. Yeah. We're just gonna clip that.
It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos.
My God, look at the distance. Australian healing, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this Australian healing. Giving Jax treats is not a thing. You want treats? We'll get you some treats then. Why are you in the basement? All right, come on, Vanessa. Let's walk. I'm not putting you in the basement too. You got like a minute, Jake. Oh, don't you whine at me. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, 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 ow. Oh, hi. No, sir. Whisper. Good boy. That was my finger you just tried to pierce. Look at him. Get him. A lot of practice. Pain could be a lot of good time. I don't know about that now. Whisper. No. Whisper. Oh, give me a kiss. Good boy. Sure, he whispered. He whispered twice. Ah. You're such a good boy. Oh, you're a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. All right, down you go. All right, we're all done. Down you go. Yeah, that was a double whisper. Jake, down. Jake, down. Jake, down. Jake, time to get down. This is not a Jake stream. Thank you.
I got a thong.
Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Nope, nobody wants to see that.
Hey. There are some people out there that wouldn't mind that, okay?
Nah.
Chat, get behind me on this. Remember,
Don't get behind him. He ate beans for breakfast.
What?
Beans.
It's a trap.
Oh, okay. All right. Here, Skittles. Thong. I'm gonna show everybody my thong.
Oh my God, that's a beautiful thong.
Delightful.
That baby is scary, right? Ask no questions. Ask no questions. Hey, Nyara. Oh my God, look at its eyes! You want to stand right here? It gives you an extra flashlight. Now move to your left a little. No, other left. Yeah, about where Zing is.
Right here.
Yep, right there. That's perfect.
Okay.
Now, hold on.
Wait a sec, wait, rave time!
Ah!
Why did you trust the Skittle?
Don't stop until they're dead, This is your time to shine,
You nodding? Did he just nod for big naturals? Chucky likes the big naturals.
Save Rose,
yeah.
save Rose.
I'm coming.
Like my heart was in my ass.
Almost.
Oh, the light! Blinded by the light. Oh. Is he trying to let me wiggle? Or is he just
No,
struggling?
you've got
Like,
corpses
wait,
in front of you.
What the hook? Even if I get off.
Yes!
Yeah, you
Look at him. He's like, what?
He's like, what the fuck was that about?
You can find a study to support almost anything. Studies show that my ass is indeed flat. I don't know if I can say all this. Oh my God.
Say it.
In the dimly lit alleys of New York City, a group of 4 tutant mean-age needle-teetles emerges from the shadows. Named after famous Italian painters, they've been dubbed Donatello, Michelangelo, Leopardnardo, and Raphael. Leopardnardo. Leopardnardo.
Michelangelo!
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. But since, thank you, Mika, since Dredd was too busy dying over there laughing. The following program is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, he touched me in my special place. He touched my tra-la-la.
Did you touch your ding ding dong?
He did.
Why do I willingly let you guys in voice chat?
You love us. Because you love us.
Dead Man Switch! Dramaturgy exposed! Ultimate weapon!
I said you let us in voice chat to remind yourself why you don't let us in voice chat the rest of the week.
Here's a hint. Why? Don't ask questions. Don't just. We're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna go with it. Half of this. I broke OBS last night. I broke my stream last night because I was testing different things and got a big old taco in my face. I was testing different things, so I dropped back a version, except the problem with dropping back a version is, well, it broke all of my filters, so nothing works anymore. So I'm not gonna screw with this. We're just gonna go with it. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. I don't know how the bitrate's gonna go. Yeah, big old taco in my face. You saw it. It was right there. How you doing, Julie and Lucid and Dragon and Zing? How's everybody? How's everybody? So we are going to play Watcher of Realms again for just a little bit. I did change my mind, however. I won't be playing Hellblade tonight. We're going to play a game that just released today. So, with that being said, for after we do some guild boss fights in Watcher of Realms, we're going to get into some Autopsy Simulator.
Viewer discretion
Hi,
is
Rose.
advised.
How are you?
There is an Aussie present.
So, I have to remember to go in and change a setting to censor the game.
You
that
have
way
my
I
curiosity,
don't break TOS.
But now you have my attention.
Because we don't need to be breaking TOS, if you know what I mean. Rose, how are you? How are the kids? These are important questions to be asked while I'm sitting here. Little sick because of kids. I mean, that's what kids do. Kids make us sick. Right? Right? Is that how that works? That's how that works, right? I'm pretty sure that's how that works. I know you guys can't see the game. I'm just here. I'm just running. I'm just gonna run a couple more XP raids because nope, not him. This guy. Because I want to get. I want to have a little bit more experience for this guy. Just to make the boss fight, make them hit the boss a little harder. That's it. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. So just bear with me for a little while. I didn't want to place him right there, but it's okay. We'll place her there. You know what? Let me go ahead and do this. I'll use that and then I'll use it again later. But Rose, how are the kids?
It's time they learn.
Now, I did buy a new modem, and I did run a test stream with it. However, I was still getting the bitrate drops, which bugs me a whole hell of a lot. But what can I do? There isn't a lot I can do. I can call my ISP again, but honestly, I really don't think it's on their end anymore. So, if it ends up continuing to happen, then I have to start looking into Ethernet port, except it's USB on my PC, or get in touch with Twitch. Twitch support. Do you think Twitch support would help me any with this? I'm kind of thinking probably not, but yeah. They're getting better. Good. Good, as they should. So we were playing Watcher of Realms last night. Now this is, once again, a sponsored stream. Did I put ad in my title? Is ad still in my title? So if you are interested in playing and going through to chapter into 6, I think it was, just type in !WOR in chat, click the link, do the thing. Yeah, he's gonna kill them. And yeah, and trust me, it is greatly appreciated. I assure you. He's gonna do a little fiery slam right there. But we're only gonna play this for like maybe 30 minutes, something around there. Not long, because I do want to. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Let's do this. I didn't really want to do that, but it is what it is.
Lightning guides our path.
It'll just make it take a little bit longer to do. Not by much. My team is a lot stronger today than it was last night.
A foreseeable
So there's that.
victory.
We are actually at, I think, 5 people. Yeah, I think we're at 5 signups right now. Or at least 5 that count. I don't know why, Zing. I don't know why, but you're not showing up in the activity feed. I don't get it.
A storm gathers.
We could use some more. Do I want to get enough XP to get him to 50? Or do I care? Do I want to sit here and run through a few more levels? No, I actually don't. I want to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do a guild boss fight, since that's what I'm here for, anyways. Or wait a minute, let me see. See, I've been maxing my characters as much as possible. Are they promoted as high as they can be? No. No, they're not, because that takes a lot more time. However, after I ended stream last night, I did get Mary, and she's the one that brings forth blizzards. She freezes people. She slows people. That's what she does. I picked up him, so he's the hole plugger. Do with that info what you will. I also got him. I haven't really used him that much. I think he'll be okay, but I'm not real sure. Then, of course, I went ahead and leveled guys up. Got him promoted as much as I could today while I was at work. The guild dragon, the guild boss. Yeah, he's gonna be tough. He is gonna be tough, but I think we can put a real dent in his health. I do. I really do think that. And what I may end up doing is actually buying a few more attempts also with red diamonds, just to see how far I can get. So Rose has attacked. It is not yet. Hi, Alexis. I wanted to do a little bit of this first, since this is paying me. That is a big old dragon, and we're going to fight it. I'm not going to use my playtest. I'm just going to use my units. I'm not going to use an assist or anything like that, because I don't really need to. Let's see. What do we have here? I guess the only question is, do I want to... You know what? I think I'm going to change here.
You had my curiosity.
Because dragons want to eat us.
Have my attention.
Or something. I don't know. I just work here. Or something along those lines. I have to admit, I think this game is easier to play on mobile. But, you know, you just want dice. I mean, these are my dice. And you can't have them, dragon. They're mine, okay? All right? So we're going to place him there. We're going to place him there. Go ahead and get damage started. Him there. I want him here. I want her. I think she does not reach there. She does not reach there. So she's got... Everybody has got to be able to hit. That is important. If they cannot attack... then, you know, they're not gonna do much. Yes, you broke the stream. I still have these problems. It's pissing me off. Oh wait, yeah. These guys now are just breaking his first attack with no issues whatsoever. I want to go ahead and use his. I won't need his, but he's talking bad about dragons. I would never talk bad about dragons. We like dragons here. Come on. I like this ultimates window down at the bottom, but I feel like it's easier to use on mobile than it is PC. We're just gonna pump a lot of damage to him in a short amount of time. You love... You guys might need to refresh now. I really hate this. This bitrate issue is just, it's breaking me, okay? I don't know. I don't think that does any damage. It might. I'm not sure. But the goal is 250. What I'm waiting for is this red bar that's going to come up. That one right there. And that's when we'll use all of our abilities. And then after this, we will just use them as they pop. I think that just heals him. It might damage him as well. I don't remember. I don't remember on his skill. The dragon is going to be promoted. Yeah, he's not getting a raise though. What's funny is I probably should have used Liam.
You have my blades now. All shall therefore my blade enter. An eye for an eye.
Can we hit 250? Suck that punch! Hey, we did hit 250, and that's higher than I was doing earlier. And that's just with one healer. So 258, right? So that may be like 5% of the boss's health. No, I'm sorry, it was 8.6%. I can math. So that's not bad. It would only take, 10 more of those attacks. If you're playing, join us. Join the guild. Search for JaxAndJake. We're gonna kill this before the end of this campaign. Even though it resets daily, we're gonna kill him. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. But I got good damage out of that. Or at least in my opinion, I got good damage out of that. Now, I might have been able to get more. I'm not sure. Let me look at him real quick, because I'm not sure about his power right now.
Kneel before the arbiter. Everlord demands their suffering.
Oh, so he can't attack when he's using that. Never mind. I do not need to be using him. Got it. Well, now I know. And knowing is half the battle.
The cursed eye turns away.
So we'll take him out. We'll put him back in. We're gonna nuke it. We're gonna nuke it. What are we nuking? Rose, what are we nuking? I'm actually gonna take the second healer out. And I don't have anybody else to put in, though. At least not really.
Embrace the light.
Oh yeah, look at him. Look at him. Look at this dragon. He's cute. Well, let's see if we can do more than 250 this time. With somebody that can actually perform basic attacks.
Kneel before the arbiter. Bring it on. United we fight. A storm gathers. Follow the light. My blades are always ready.
We're actually going to put Liam in this time to see. Simply because of his attack, it does true damage. 2 more campaign missions. Ah, come on, dragon. Guild boss. Oh. Is that what we're nuking? Or we're going to try to nuke?
They shall become slaves.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use that. While he's stunned.
Suck that punch.
Suck that punch! What he said. I think I'm a little bit behind the curve on damage right now. Or at least that's what it looks like. Can you... Does anybody know if you can interrupt his promotion? Because wouldn't that be fun if you could interrupt somebody's promotion? Suck that punch. Why does he say that? That's what I want to know. Yeah, I think you actually can interrupt this promotion. At least that's what it looks like. I could be wrong. So at this point, I'm just waiting for him to start his ability again, and then after that, I'll just use their skills as they pop up. I guess technically what you could do is you could swap in characters as you go. I think that would involve a lot of micromanagement. I knew Liam was going to die, so I was ready. Liam doesn't have enough health to last a long time here. He's only here for a good time, not a long time. And we'll get hers. Yeah, I'm not going to hit 250. So it'll still be decent, but it was better without Liam. Which is unfortunate. 246. So 246 instead of 250.
Brilliant victory.
I didn't lose all that much. Now, if I want to make that better, I can go in and I can do what I can to promote characters. I can do what I can to start characters up. However, that takes more time than I want to put into tonight. I'll do more of that tomorrow while I'm at work. I have to say, I do want to show you guys one thing because Arena is interesting. Arena is interesting. Basically you versus another player, and I'm just gonna put it on auto fight because I had a couple of wins earlier. Did I get my first 5-star yet? What is his name? Little tank guy, or not tank? He's actually a melee. Yeah, Magnus. I'm just running auto because I did this earlier. If I win, I win. If I lose, who cares? Yeah, Magnus is turned into a really good tank for me. Or at least so far. Who did you put on the field? Apparently somebody not playing defense. He's been my tank for me. Yeah. Well, you know what? All he has to do is keep anything from getting past him, so you know, it works. One thing, if you guys are messing around in the arena, the monsters, the mobs you have to kill that you're defending against are based on the battle power, the BP of your opponent. I made that mistake earlier. I was like, what is this guy doing at 100-some-thousand? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't really have a good tank. And therein lies the problem. You know what I mean? I buy entirely too much stuff from this stupid dwarf. Like, anytime I see these, I'm like, yep, buying it. I may not buy the rest of it, but I'll buy that. What did I find earlier that was handy? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know how much... I mean, I'm going to continue playing. Who this? Hey, it's a dragon. Reject. I'm kidding. Agree. I'm doing this as a sponsored stream through Stream Elements. That's basically what I'm doing here. You reject that one too? No. But yeah, I do agree. Now I have used some of the gems that I've gotten early on simply to try to get a little bit better, especially during this. Although I have a gem I don't know where to use. Apparently, it's not available to use currently. I'm assuming that is for a... Where'd you go? There you are. An ancient summoning crystal. Banner solid. Yeah. Silas is in-game meta hero. I've been playing for 2 days. That guy. Ah, ranged. Ranged is always good. Oh yeah. I will how long is this one? Haha, 7 hours. 7 hours. Oh, I have no doubt. I have no doubt. Sadly, all I've got 1,150 gems. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and summon 10 here, and then I'm gonna do one more guild boss fight before I jump into Autopsy Simulator. But I'm not gonna get anything nice out of this, or nothing great. Look, it's all blue. See, because what happens is Rose QT over there, she steals all of my luck in these games, all of it. That's horrible. Oh, hey, I got another summon. We'll use that. Yes, I will. Oh, yeah, blues can be good for sure. Ah, look, it's an autumn.
Is here to help.
Well, I mean, yeah, blues can be good. I'm sorry. This guy has been carrying everything for me. So naturally, I've got him at 5 stars and promoted to rank 5, and you know he's almost I don't have enough XP to max him yet. Oh yeah. Oh, I noticed. I did indeed notice. I haven't done it yet simply because I need to sit down and figure out which ones I want to use for fusions, if any. But yeah, talking about tanks.
Overlord demands their suffering. United we fight.
These are my 2 tanks.
Overlord demands their suffering.
I mean, outside of greens, these are my 2 tanks. Hello, Emily, going on the bus. So, he's okay. He's okay so far. Rex has been better. Oh, you know what? While I'm sitting here, let me just go ahead and promote him. That'll make him better in the guild boss fight anyways. Shit! Do I have anybody else that can get promoted that I'm currently using? No. You're using the dwarf for a tank? He might be a melee. He might be an assault character. But, and same with this guy. You just have to give them a little bit more support to make sure, you know, nothing gets past them. I don't think I can do anybody's skills. I'm pretty sure everybody's got at least some gear. They're not in sets. They're not in sets. Don't worry about that. All right, let me... Do we have... He lives longer than... Really? Kind of not surprising. So, the guild boss is at 79%. We won't kill him today. So, I think I won't use my red gems on him. Because it's 200, I think. Yeah, it's 200 diamonds to get another guild boss attack. So, I think I'm going to hold on. Since I don't think we're going to get him today. I mean, I figure I figure Rose could probably get in, you know, another 3%. Dragon he's still working on it. Lucid, I think you were, where are you, like between 5 and 8 or higher now? Because I know you've been playing the game a lot. It'd be nice to get here. But we've got to kill the easy boss first. You can get another 10 to 15 per attack. It ate your whole team in one attack on that level. Oh no. Oh no. Total. Alright. That's not bad. I'm going to take this off of application for now. I can always remove people if they're troublesome, and I'm going to go ahead and put a message in world chat to see if we can get a few more people in here. Okay, so I will do more while I'm at work tomorrow. I will do more leveling and farming of gear in particular, probably. What? Did you just refresh? No, you did not. Why are you yelling at me? Oh, yeah. You can't do anything there. I don't want to dismiss anybody. See, there's that ancient summoning crystal again. When are those used? Huh. All right, I'm going to go back into summon, and I'm going to use up what I can. I think I get 2, maybe 3. Math is not good this late in the day. Although, hold on.
Kneel before the Arbiter.
Thought I had more blues than that. Oh, yeah, those are all blues. How many diamonds can I get? I can get 630. We'll get more. We'll get more. I've selected. Oh, they're all rare heroes. And we'll do some more pulls before this goes away. You do want to try to do your summons when there are boosts for different. Oh, hey, look, he's a fusion guy. What are you? I'm assuming you are not a tank. You are a fighter. Okay. 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 Could be decent. Could be good. Could be good. Hey, look, it's the bitrate bugger. I hate that. I really wish I could figure out what the problem is. Yeah.
Fresh ingredients.
Fresh ingredients. So out of all these pulls so far, I've only gotten one purple. Tonight. Rose, I need my luck. Rose, I need my luck, and I need it now. I got one more. I need my luck. Give it. Give it. Okay.
Priestess of
It's...
the
Oh, wait. No,
light.
I got one more. Apparently, I still can't math. Ugh.
For the king.
Nobody cares, Liam.
For every
Okay, Liam actually isn't that bad, but, you know. Why you throwing a lucky matcha cupcake at Rose and me? Why? Why would you do such things, Mika? Why? Hey, Mika. Well, it was too late and it didn't work.
You had my curiosity.
How you doing,
But
Mika?
now you have my attention.
Yeah. That's it for stream. No, I'm kidding. Remember, if you want to join us in Watcher of Realms, listen, everything is borked in my freaking OBS right now, and it's pissing me off. We're not worrying about it, but yeah. That's it for Watcher of Realms. Now it's time to change to something else. Something that I just got a key for. And, yeah. Yeah, right, OBS, and then frickin' Jake over here whining. Me too, Jake. Me too. Oh, God. I've got to change everything on the fly right now. They were so kind to grant me a key to this game. I forgot to request it. I got the email the other day, and yesterday, day before, I don't remember which, day before, and yeah. How about some autopsy simulator? Now, first thing I have to do though. I have to find it. I've got to find it. Where is it? Nudity sensor on. It's already on by default. Why? Dang it. I want to keep my channel, okay? I would... What the hell? Oh. Oh, there we go. Let's limit that to 120. Graphics are all set to high. Okay, I'm sorry. I love this. Did I change the game? Did I change the game category? Okay, it's a really nice touch, okay? Listen. Content warning. Dead bodies. So if anybody is bothered by dead bodies. And go play Watcher of Realms. Get to chapter in...
Office of the Medical Examiner.
2-6.
Dr. JaxAndJake is speaking. How can I help you?
It's not an 8-track. You know what it is, Mika.
A few weeks ago, we talked about an article I'm working on. It's about your wife. I dropped by last Friday to speak to you, but you weren't working at the time. I asked the security guard to pass on a note for me. I would like us to discuss the topic of...
I thought I had made it painfully obvious for the last time. No! Please don't call me again and stop inquiring about my wife. Damn journalists.
Fine, I won't talk to you about your wife.
God damn it.
You know exactly what it is, Mika. How's the volume of the game, guys?
Feeling completely broken. Where did I leave my meds this time?
Volume's low. I'll turn it up a little bit. Is the volume low or am I just loud? What do we got here? Hi, this is Kate Brooks, a reporter for the New Orleans Weekly. I couldn't find you at home. I'm starting to suspect you are avoiding me, Mr. Henman. Anyway, as you know, we'd like to write an article commemorating your wife's achievements. We would be delighted to talk to you about it. Along with this note, I'm also leaving my business card. Let me call you this evening. I hope to find you at home or at the office. No! You always have to turn down my streams? I'm sorry!
They definitely pay me too little for this. Stephen didn't clean up after himself again. He won't be needed for the next few months. Wednesday. It's not my favorite day.
It's Wednesday.
It's
no,
better than
it's
Monday.
Thursday.
Awful. It would be good to finally repair the coffee machine.
Ooh. Ooh.
I guess it was in another life.
Aw. She's pretty. Why are we setting fire in chat?
Archives. Just as lifeless as the corpses they concern.
Yes, there is borking happening. Aww. Analysis of animal traces in forensics. Anterior view of skull. It might be. If it is, what are you going to do with it? Nothing. We got some Jack Daniels in the drawer there. Red apple chewing gum. I'm supposed to be looking for my pills.
Another kidnapping this month.
Got tequila, we got vodka. Guess we're supposed to go to the bathroom. I'm busy. Where's your little monkey book? Nobody saw anything. Nobody saw a thing.
I work with corpses, but I don't have to smell like one.
Vodkila? Why would I drink vodka?
But the word is...
Out of order. Where's the bathroom? Oh, it might be labeled bathroom. Why would you leave your pills in here?
Okay, time to pull myself together. And get back to work.
I have a feeling the pills are going to be important.
The camera first.
Oh, well, I was just looking around, but I guess we're going in here.
This place is starting to look like a hoarder's dream, rather than a storage room.
Protected light, protected power. Hey, camera. Wait? I don't want to wait. You wait.
Now remember, Jack. Don't forget. Hit the record
You
button this time.
probably have not. It just released today. Is this the dissecting room?
Hopefully the new tripod is going to hold up.
Hey, look. He's censored. They said, they were trying to come up with a proper way to have this game done in such a way that, you know, it could be streamed.
This should be fine. November 20th, 1991. Time, 8:43 p.m.
The problem was, of
Recording
course,
for medical students from the University of Missouri.
you know,
this autopsy is conducted by
it's
Jack
an autopsy.
Hello, everyone.
They're not going to be wearing
Welcome to the
clothes.
autopsy room.
You know what I
Today, you
mean?
will have
So
the
they
dubious
came up.
pleasure
They
of
came up
following
with
a
this
full
idea.
Autopsy, step by step. For those of you who have already performed your first autopsy, This will refresh your basic knowledge. In turn, for those whose knowledge is only theoretical, I advise not to watch this after a meal.
This chalkboard? This chalkboard? This chalkboard.
Let's start.
Aha! You're just not happy, are you? I don't want to turn it up too much. All right, what do we got? We got apron, mask, goggles, gloves,
Always
and
wear an apron, mask, and gloves. Goggles are a must when the job is splashy. And in case of sharp accidents, it's worth having disinfectants at hand. It's true that you won't get ptomaine poisoning straight away, but if your liver or kidney aren't doing well, you may end up with diarrhea.
Okay.
The cadaver is placed on its back on the autopsy table. The pathologist stands on the right of the deceased. Make sure that all the necessary tools are always at hand so that you don't have to run around looking for something like I do all the time.
Smart. Always have your tools ready.
In the process of revealing and securing forensic evidence, it is difficult not to interfere with the original condition of the deceased. Written and photographic documentation plays a vital role throughout the entire examination process.
Yes.
During your research, be patient, inquisitive,
Pipette,
but above all, attentive to detail. Many entries are visible at first glance.
Pay attention.
But sometimes they can be cover for more interesting stories. And lastly, remember that nothing teaches you self-narration like working with the dead. So get used to that fact soon. Everyone will think you're talking to yourself.
So is he saying that in order to be a better streamer, we should learn how to do autopsies? Self-narration.
Now, onto the police folder. That will contain all sorts of pertinent information as to who the deceased might be.
Gloves.
And what potentially happened to them. So,
he is teaching, that's
let's
true.
take a closer look, shall we?
I mean, he's not teaching me. I think I'm halfway decent at this whole streaming thing. There's the folder.
The deceased's name is Tobias Chambers.
Old
locally
Toby.
known as Old Toby. Homeless and unemployed for at least a couple of years. The deceased was found on the outskirts of a parking lot at a gas station.
Okay.
Where he often begged and persistently offered drivers to wash their car windows.
Okay. He wanted to wash some windows for money. Got it.
The body was noticed by a station employee during the morning shift. Initially, he thought that someone
We
had
are
thrown some
Crux.
boots and a
How
coat
you
in
doing?
a nearby ditch. It took him a moment to recognize the pile of clothes as the body of a man. He worked most of his life at the local port dealing with unloaded cargo. He was fired for being drunk and starting fights. His son runs a hardware store on his own. His wife left him years ago. They both had no contact with the deceased.
And that checks out.
Signs of libation were found around the body. Empty bottles, traces of an inept attempt to start a fire, and a scattered makeshift blanket.
All checks out.
That's it. It's worth remembering the
The goat is
context around the
deleted.
scene of a death.
You right.
This allows you to better interpret any traces found on the body. I shouldn't start the procedure without gloves.
I don't know. That looks like he may have hit
Now
his
it's our
head
turn to
falling
take some
down,
pictures for
or
our files.
somebody hit
If I
him in
just
the
remember
head.
where I left the camera. It's in here somewhere.
Camera? Anybody see a camera? Camera? That's not a camera. Photo paper from the desk drawer. There we go.
There you are. I knew it was here
Photo
somewhere.
camera, not photo paper.
As I mentioned at the beginning, before we begin the internal examination, we need to document the cadaver and the condition it arrived in. We begin with a full body photo. Try and stick to the top-down rule, but this is not always possible. Let's keep in mind it's all about the legibility, not the perfect frame.
Think that's good enough? That must not be good enough.
Voilà.
There we go.
Now we move on to the next step, looking for traces. Take your time. Look at the corpse from different sides, from different angles, up close, and from a distance. You're looking for anything out of the ordinary.
Well, he's got this on his chest. He was not a healthy man, but some of those scratches on his feet look like they might be fresh. Why does it want to take a picture of his foot? Oh God, that toe! I want to see the spot on his head.
That's something interesting.
It's
it will be necessary to
censored
check
for
whether this injury was
TOS,
severe
Rose.
enough to cause damage to the brain.
We're gonna have to cut open his head. Why are his hands and toes black?
Hardened hands, worn out by physical work, and frostbite?
I know, that's... Was it cold enough for him to get frostbite? Oh.
Some wounds in the feet and signs of frostbite, probably because the subject's shoes were too small.
That's gotta be an old scar. Yeah, that is an old scar.
Wound. Looks old. I'll take a closer look later. In a moment, we will check which of our initial observations will be worthy of further consideration. But before we get to that, I need to write down some basic data.
Clipboard? Clipboard? Oh, photo board. Where the hell is the photo board? Ah, there's the photo board. Okay. Did you just now notice the blur? Perform the autopsy. By the way, I would just like to say, in the email that I received, the guy that sent me the code, he called us all sick fucks. You guys are sick. It's your fault I'm playing this. I figured y'all would like it, so here we are. Anyways, what are we doing?
Scalpel, scissors, syringe, magnifying glass, knife. I guess I forgot to clean the knife.
Yeah, the knife is dirty. What do you mean, he?
Personal information. The deceased was unclothed. Date. Okay. As you can see, I note everything down
I have
on
no
previously prepared forms. Every pathologist must keep a detailed record of every step of the autopsy. This not only allows you to track the procedure, but also collates the results together, upon which you may back up your conclusions. So, enough of the boring prep.
I don't know, blunt
Let's begin
force
by taking
trauma
a
to the
closer
head.
Look at the spots I photographed earlier. For this, you're going to need a magnifying glass.
100% blunt force trauma to the head.
Scissors, syringe, magnifying glass, knife.
Shut up! I'm trying to get the magnifying. How do I get the magnifying
glass? Clean the knife.
What? Is there another one somewhere? I don't want to look closer. Ah, tab, tools.
Which spot first? Definitely a painful mix of frostbite, abrasions, and blisters. Old Toby had been wearing shoes too small for him for a very long time. That's if he wore any at all. Here we can see frostbite on the fingertips. We can tell by the characteristic skin color.
So it was cold out. Got that. He landed on his knees.
It looks like a burn mark. No doubt painful, but it's not pertinent for this case.
Yeah, it could be burn. You have medicine to prove it, so you can't argue.
I can confirm the presence of ecchymosis on the deceased man's head. The appearance indicates the intravital nature of the wound. Add alcohol, which I can clearly smell, and this was an accident.
Okay, maybe
just
not
waiting to
blunt force
happen.
trauma. Okay.
So far, there are a lot of superficial wounds, but only one serious injury to the head.
why the blur
Let's
is
go
so-
back to our notes.
Mika, He is not aroused. He is a corpse. Oh my god.
First, I marked the location of the injuries, and even though this type of wound didn't the head wound, we're not in frost. If Toby's body was cold for a prolonged period, the frostbite could have resulted from the body's defense reaction. The safety of the internal organs is more important than fingers, nose, or ears. As you can see, we don't have much to go on.
No.
Let's write down what preliminary causes of death we can think of. This is of no interest to us.
He was indeed. So the old poorly healed wound in the side, no interest. That makes sense. It's healed over. It may have given him some discomfort, but it was an old wound.
Various types of accidents are a common cause of death among the homeless and the elderly.
He could have
Perhaps old
fallen
Toby
and hit his
slipped and
head.
accidentally hit his head. Considering the conditions in which he slept, his body may have become hypothermic.
Hypothermia. Yes. So, Mika, look at me, okay? Look at me, Mika. All right? Just look closely at me, right about here, for just a moment.
The nights have been particularly nasty lately. We will check if there are any signs of freezing internally. Since the deceased clearly smelled of
Alcohol poisoning, yeah.
I'll add alcohol poisoning to our list.
Oh,
we still have
God.
one thing left from the basics. Rigor mortis. Well, we take our deceased by the hand, gradually we raise it,
What is the rigor mortis examination? He's bored stiff. Ah!
Now let it go. As you can see, the hand falls loose. What's the conclusion? Death must have occurred more than 72 hours ago. The police information appears correct.
3 days ago, Jesus.
Head trauma seems the most promising, so we'll start there. For this, I need an oscillating saw.
Oh no. Oh
The cut is made
no.
from ear to ear.
Select the saw and open the cranium. I hope nobody's squeamish.
After which, we remove the skin and the top of the skull.
You're squeamish? Hi, squeamish. I'm Dad.
After the basic examination, we can see that the brain's cerebral gyri in both hemispheres are symmetric. The brain looks good. Let's take a cross-section.
It jiggles. It jiggles. It jiggles. Look at it. It jiggles. This one does. I mean, it's not my brain, but...
Some
had
pathologists
my
prefer to
curiosity,
examine organs without
but
removing
now
them.
you have
However,
my
for
attention.
me, it's much more convenient to examine them on a board, which we'll do now.
You are indeed a shrimp.
Holding a long, narrow blade knife in the dominant hand, we slowly cut the cranial nerves on both sides, all the time pulling the brain towards us.
Oh god, I am not steady. I am not steady.
So far, so good. The hematoma seems to have had no effect on the brain.
Okay, so... Now eat it, go full zombie. I mean, you right. I did not pull the brain
We can
towards
rule
me.
the fatal accident out as well.
So a fall.
Brain is in good condition.
He did not.
so we
He
have
did
no
not hit his
choice
head in a
but
fall.
to proceed to the internal examination of the other organs.
So now we have to look at other organs.
I grab a scalpel from my kit. The incision should be in the shape of a letter Y. We use a deep cut to reach all the way to the ribs and to penetrate the abdominal wall.
Did I miss somewhere?
All right.
Ah, there we go.
Now we peel back and
He
separate
looks
the
cold.
skin.
I mean, the frostbite is there. No, you can't cut the belly. You cut around the belly button. That's just procedure. The censoring goes all the way inside. I did. I did it.
Toughened your
I
nipples.
did it. It blurred the end.
Didn't
It did. It did. Eh.
Now,
I gotta do that
we
one
need
too.
to remove the ribs. We'll need the loppers for this.
Jack the Ripper is the name of the achievement. Cut open your first body. Loppers!
Quite a satisfying crunch, for some anyway. After removing the cartilage tissue, we instantly notice two things.
The
Firstly,
lungs.
there is no congestion of the internal organs. This means that although the deceased was hypothermic, it didn't
Oh,
kill him.
he didn't freeze to
Secondly,
death.
The deceased smoked like a chimney.
He did
So,
indeed.
We should take a closer look at those lungs.
He did indeed.
We can see widespread black and tarry deposits. Despite the tragic condition of the lungs, they are not the cause of death. Alice smoked too. It didn't kill her, but... what was I talking about? Lungs. Yes. Advanced inflammation.
Just edit that part out later. I hope Rose isn't eating right now.
What now? The syringe. Now's a good time to collect some samples. Specifically 3. From the eye, the heart, and the bladder.
The
I'm
eye?
interested. This vitreous humor analysis is very useful in indicating long-term alcohol abuse.
Okay. Bladder?
Left on the bladder, we draw about 10 milliliters of fluid.
And the heart.
5 milliliters from the left ventricle should do it. Now we take our samples to the centrifuge. But before I do that, I need to find my notebook.
Really, Teddy?
Dyscalculia means that I always double-check the settings. Please excuse me while I run and fetch it.
Gotta go to the office.
This whole thing is covered in stains. I should check this out under the microscope sometime.
Are you sure you want to check that out under the microscope sometime? I know, he should have washed his hands.
Let's get back to the examination. We put all of the samples into the rotor.
Excuse me. 1 sample, 2 samples, 3 samples.
Now, we set the appropriate time and speed.
15 minutes at 70%. Right? Oi! So there, KCM. How you doing? Why is that running horribly? Whoops. I'm past 15.
Okay, let's roll.
Thank you for 47 months. That's crazy. That's wild.
Oh, shit. The fuses again.
That's no good.
Where were we? Oh, yes. The blood alcohol concentration.
Sleepy.
Let's
Taste
see
dip
what
is
we
for the
got
birds. I mean, the early bird gets a worm.
Everything's separated as it should. Our lab is closed until tomorrow after the last, incident. However, considering that Toby's favorite eau de parfum appears to be ethanol, I'm guessing the results won't surprise me at all.
I don't know. I didn't. Did you see something?
Let's go further.
May have seen
We
something.
will now focus on the cardiovascular system, specifically the heart. We remove the organ and examine it closely. We look for dark hypoxic areas, clots, or other elements that stand out as abnormal.
He jiggles.
At first glance, the heart looks fine. The pulmonary trunk and aorta seem to be in good condition. There are no pathological changes that would have contributed to
I
Toby's
don't know
death.
why that tickles me, okay? I mean, the heart looks okay. But I'm not a heart surgeon. You know, what do you mean you don't want worms?
Now let's take a closer look at the stomach. Size is normal, healthy, pink color, and
Rose!
as expected, the
Rose!
stomach has no major external damage. We
Rose!
must now cut it open
Look,
and inspect inside.
it's a normal sized stomach. I'm sorry, Rose. It does look kind of like a duck. Oh, God. Or a swan. Nah, more like a duck. Definitely more like a duck. It also jiggles. It's a normal sized stomach, Rose. What do you mean it's too big?
So that its
It was
contents
right
do not spill
here.
out.
It does look like a duck. Stop organ jiggling your organ chicken in public. Hey, let's go dissect the stomach.
We open the stomach along
What the hell
the
is
greater
this?
curvature,
Okay,
from the
all right.
heart to the pyloric end.
Oh, we're
Oh.
starting there.
I already feel like there's something left inside.
It's a very stylized W. I need more mouse pad. Holy shit.
Okay,
got it.
large amount of gas. Small amounts of yellow,
got gas.
grayish food content, resembling some kind of meat.
I was focusing.
Either our deceased hadn't eaten in days, or the bulk of his stomach had already found a way out. Looks like I'll have to find the missing contents.
I don't want to find the missing contents.
There are two ways here. One is obvious, and the other is... It couldn't have been suffocation, could it? I'll add this to the list and move on to the deceased's neck.
Scavenger hunt, right? Oh. Trachea
At first glance,
analysis.
the trachea looks normal.
Listen, I can't help it. The organs jiggle, okay? The organs jiggle.
Same result as with the stomach. The external inspection doesn't tell us anything. This time we'll cut on a tray.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's inappropriate? It is not inappropriate to jiggle the trachea.
While cutting such a small organ as the
I don't know what
trachea,
you're talking about,
we must
Dragon.
make a precise incision.
I'm not recording this. Wait, what am I supposed to do? More dissection? I do not like using this knife. Can I just click and have it just, you know, magically happen?
To be able to cut with the very tip of the blade, we must hold the scalpel as we would a pen.
Just the tip, guys. Just the tip, okay?
And after careful examination and deduction, we've got it. A clogged trachea. It's time to summarize the whole thing.
He choked to death.
Based on the report and preliminary documentation, it's safe to assume
Died
that the
from
deceased passed
asphyxiation.
out after consumption of alcohol and then fell asleep on his back. Then, the gastric contents refluxed and flooded the airways, causing death. That's why we don't forget about the recovery position at dorm parties.
Huh. Well, that was boring. He just passed out, vomited, and choked on his own vomit. That's all.
And now it's all clear. The death was suffocation. Now, signature. The mystery is solved. But for us, this is not the end. First, the dead body needs to be cleaned up.
That's horrible. What a way to go, right?
For this, we will need to close the body and grab the needle. First, we unroll the skin flaps.
Unroll the skin flaps.
And then, we sew the deceased back up. I'm using the baseball stitch technique. This stitching method is very strong and quick to do.
Uh-huh. Oh, good. I don't have to actually do the stitching. They look like staples, not gonna lie. Ah, no, get back. No, actually, no. Once the internals have been removed, they don't go back in.
Beautiful.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Now we say goodbye to the deceased and put them safely in the fridge, ready for the next stage of their journey.
Goodbye, old Toby. Wait, do I have to... Oh, we click them. We click them. Goodbye, Toby.
God, I'm tired. I'll drop these samples off at the lab on the way to the bar.
So we're just gonna leave? Okay, all right. Heading to the car.
I'll call Steven.
Meet me at the bar.
I don't feel like drinking alone today.
We never made it to the car. Home is easier for the refill. I mean, you're right. Why not? I don't know. How you doing, Pax? As for the janitor. Needs more skulls. You've got to swim. You have to make an entire swimming pool of skulls. You knew him well, right? Or Yorick. I feel like this scene would be better if the skulls were cut, you know, as craniotomy. Probably the wrong term. I don't care. Craniotomy. Ha ha! Ha ha! Chapter 1. But yeah, we'll get back to Hellblade tomorrow night.
Forgive me.
Forgive me, Faza.
What?
I have sinned. Bone chili.
Christ.
Boom!
Fuck.
Crushing. Take your pills. Dude, clean your damn room.
Time flies, and probably doesn't have to get up to work.
A good picture. That's sad. That's sad, not gonna lie. Damn prologues. What's wrong with prologues? Huh?
It's been almost a year. She got it for her first day of work, and she broke it the same day. She said it was for luck.
Aww.
I wasn't able to support her through this. It's always good to have something for a rainy day.
I wish. Aw.
She got it for her first day of work, and she broke it the same day. She said it was for luck. She got it for her first day
It
of
won't
work.
let me. There's 2
and she
spots
broke
there,
the
but it won't
same
let me
day.
pick it up.
She said it was for luck.
Will you marry me? Aww. No, I am not asking.
Till death do us part.
9/13/1980. Anyways. Dude seriously needs to clean this place up. Holy shit.
So much light everywhere. An indispensable element of every office. I should really try and read a few of these. Some days, I just feel like setting fire to all this paperwork.
Do it.
Fed up with
Set
it.
fire to all of the paperwork. No wonder you're having nightmares, dude.
Menu for today. Dinner in town and takeaway coffee.
Grief. Tell me about it, man. Tell me about it.
The remnants of last night's binge with Steven.
Grocery
I'm not
store.
sure if it's still edible.
I'm saying he needs to clean this place up, and I'm sitting here going, dude, you know, after at the beginning of my divorce, whew, my house was bad. Happy birthday! On the downside, you're getting old. On the plus side, unlike me, you won't start going bald. Happy birthday, my dear sis. Copy and I need, hold on a sec. I need that text. Copy. Actually, I just want the link. Can we add that link as a banned phrase? Go in here, go to creation. Done. So if you stream, one thing I definitely suggest, if you ever get messages like that in chat, you add them as a blocked term, and you will get some peace. A little bit.
I'm not in the mood for music
KCM, go to
lately.
bed. Go to bed. Oh, but what about these band names? Hero Smith, live. Good night, Kale.
They're very skilled. at their
Beautiful
jobs.
death. Aren't you dead yet? He has blonde hair in that one. Brunette in that one. I am gonna have happy autopsying. All the happy autopsies. Autopsies.
They certainly have more will to live than I do.
Dragon's Blow. She's pretty. She is. Day and night. Time to die. Man and his woman. How to grow super trees. Eyes wide open. Say what you want. Theory. Battle until death. Fallen leaves. Tip of an iceberg. You know my name. Lonely Rider. Hoosier Geeks, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. How you doing this evening? What were you streaming? How was your stream? How's everybody doing? If you haven't been here before, my name is Jax. Jake is my dog. I am a horror variety streamer, but I play mostly Dead by Daylight, except this week we're playing Autopsy Simulator, Watcher of Realms, and Hellblade: Senua's Saga tomorrow night. Welcome in. Sit down, have a seat. We're becoming depressed reading. This guy's life is depressing, I'm not gonna lie. Also, we're seeing what books he's been reading. Mountain, Old Woman Never Dies. Time to Live and Die. Gruesome Men. Novels. I still like this one. Dragon's Blow. Anyways, we were looking for our pills. I may have gotten sidetracked. Novels sound exciting. Do they? Where the hell is the bathroom? This must be the bathroom.
A pill a day keeps the defective Jack away.
I don't want to walk around this dude's house, man. His apartment. Nasty.
It's a shame these won't help with my hangover. It's just too dirty to use. The fucking phone. Okay. I know I'm late.
Ring, ring, ring. Avon calling.
Impatient.
A pill a day takes two, right? What?
Alice? Who is this?
It's Charlotte Graves.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. I thought it was work calling.
It's okay. I hate it when work calls me at home, too. How is everything? We haven't talked since... you know.
Well, there are good days, and there are bad days. What can I say? At least I can hide away at work.
Well, you always were the most comfortable in the dissecting room. Listen, I have an unusual request.
Okay. How can I help?
It's nothing serious. I just wanted to ask. Do you have any pictures of Alice? Maybe one where the two of us are together? I'd love to have something.
Yes, I just dissected a body. Now I'm snacking.
I'm not sure. I'll look through her things.
Thank you. I'm sorry to trouble you with this. All this can't be easy for you.
I'll get through it somehow. I've been meaning to sort through her stuff for a while. Have you asked Stephen if he has anything?
Yes, I spoke with him this morning. He said he gave everything to their mother and that I should ask you.
I see.
Jack, I know you're trying. That you cope somehow. Stephen's there for you. Although, well, we all know how he can be. But, I mean, if you wanted to reminisce about Alice, talk.
I had ice cream before stream.
I really should go now. I overslept, I'm late for work, and I still have some errands to run on the way.
Oh. Okay, sure. Sorry to keep you.
I'll look for something and send it over. Thanks for the call, and bye.
Oh, do you have my address?
Not on hand. You'd best remind me again.
292 Browning Lane, apartment 432, Johnson City, New York, 13790.
Got it. Thanks.
Thank you. It would mean a lot to me. I just miss her so much.
Yeah, me too.
You're right, the organs won't jiggle themselves.
Really, no problem.
Thank you.
Hey, do you think the small intestines will,
Charlotte.
you know, like
nice
wiggle like a snake?
Well, that was a bit unexpected. I should probably find something to send.
The hell is that? That thing! Make a lasso? I mean, that would be cool. She wants a picture of her with her sister? I don't know if I saw one with two people together. Well, let's pick out a picture. I guess it's gonna have to be a specific one. What a cute nightmare demon. Did I miss it? I missed it. Picture do they want? Is there a particular picture they want? Ah, here we go.
These were from Thanksgiving. Stephen invited me. I was going to give them to his mother, but then I met Alice. That was the first time I saw her.
Aww.
Alice and Charlotte in Amsterdam. It's hard to believe they've known each other for so long. It would be better if Charlotte had this. It deserves to be on display and not hidden in a
It looks
drawer.
like an envelope. Can I pick up the envelope? Yes, I can.
Okay, time to go to work. I'm seriously late. I should grab some coffee and aspirin on the way.
Well, Teddy, sometimes you get hungry in the middle of the night, but you're too drunk
These fluorescent tubes.
to put the plate away when you're done. Oh, no. Oh. Did I step in the spaghetti? No. No, I didn't. Kind of awful place is this to live? Well, you know, you live where you can.
Standard correspondence consisting of bills, advertising leaflets, and pious reminders about the upcoming end of the world.
Charles Hurried, Yuri Bulba, Catherine Rue, Michael Bones, Alice Mushroomer, Simon Redwolf, T. Birch, Justine Pavlovsky, Andrew Potato Hole, Agatha Martin, Adelbert Stomach, Pauline Drummer, Matt Awake, Ulysses S. Grant, Jacob Orphan, David Son, Michael Thomas, and Pablo Cossack. Put the letter in.
Standard correspondence consisting of bills, advertising leaflets, and pious reminders about the upcoming end of the world. Standard correspondence consisting of bills, advertising leaflets, and pious reminders about the upcoming end of the world.
Says put it in the mailbox, but I don't see a way to put it in the mailbox. I don't think the mailbox would be outside. Ah, there it is. Never mind. That's weird. Well, no, I guess it's not weird.
I hope this helps, Charlotte.
I need to give that back to you.
Okay.
Hi, Robin.
Time to go.
Those are all...
Huh?
Those are all currently broken.
Little Red Robin. Yum.
Yeah, well, the problem is I took Rose's advice and it borked my stream. Looks like Payday 2 now. Anything that affects the stream is currently broken.
Damn, I forgot my jacket. Ah, well. I'll brave it for tonight. Too bad.
You suggested I try a previous version of OBS. Well, when I tried a previous version of OBS, it broke everything.
Nice and fresh. At least it's peaceful here.
Robin, how are you? Yes, it is peaceful
Good
here.
evening, Mr. Ridley.
Who's Mr. Ridley?
The timesheet handman.
That's Mr. Ridley.
Some corpses have
I
more
tried to hit the
personality
bell.
than this guy.
It didn't work. Ooh, what's in the social room? I'm here to be social with nobody. Ha ha ha. Why is this place such a mess? Doesn't anybody in games clean up after themselves? Oh, what the hell? I haven't found a toilet to flush.
Christ. Who leaves the window open in the middle of November? So
Me?
I better check the answering machine.
I got an achievement for closing the door.
I don't understand why you can't just smoke outside.
Hi, Jack. I dropped by a little early today. I left the body with Ridley in the corridor. He wasn't sitting in the locker then, so maybe he'll even throw him into the room. Well, how are you doing? I mean, it's your first birthday without her, and... This, I still have a hangover, and you know me, I run to the John like the neighbor's fucking dog. You know, today I slipped on his shit again. That fucking furball. He always has to shit next to my car. Anyway, I can't come over in the evening, but we'll catch up on the weekend.
Well, Mickey.
I almost forgot. Charlotte called me this morning. She asked about you, so answer your calls, Jack. This time it's not a reprimand for being
We
late.
haven't exactly gotten to
That's par for
the
course. I wonder when this
juicy
clown will learn to
bits,
look under his feet.
but there's jiggle physics. Inspect your muffin. It's I'm gonna need everybody to stop for just a moment and do what the game says. I'm going to need you to inspect your muffin. The muffin on the desk.
Birthday.
Muffin.
I
Looks
actually
more
forgot
like a
it was
cupcake.
today. Alice baked me muffins like these every birthday. A treat for later. I always crave something sweet after a section. Okay, joke's over. Apron, gloves, and get to work.
I have inspected my muffin. I'm not eating it, apparently. I missed the door. Put on your apron. I don't remember the lab being here last time. Anyways, moving on. Sure, dragon. Where's my apron? There's my apron. Put the apron on.
Man. I remember you. You were on that talent show. What was your name again? I need to order another batch of these. I've got to remember to do that later. And that's the whole point.
This the cook? Samantha Barker.
Steven laughs at me for recording everything. He says I have a bigger collection of stuff like this than most of the creeps he's caught. November 21st, 1991. Time, 9:13 p.m. The autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman. Lecture for the Medical University of Missouri. After
Censoring
yesterday's
is
lecture,
on.
You should
Mickey.
already know the ins and outs. So
It
today
has
we'll
a
be
censoring
consolidating our
tab
knowledge. So,
for
where
streaming.
do I start? That's right, Police folder.
Because there is a full nudity in this game.
Ah, yes. Samantha Barker. Now remember, there's probably going to be a lot of chatter about this. Found in her own apartment by police patrol. Officers were called by a concerned friend of the deceased, who had been unable to contact Barker for several days.
We're
During
solving
interrogation,
crime.
A friend of the deceased admitted that Samantha never got to grips with the sudden fame that came after winning such a high-profile talent show. The deceased was found in her own apartment, in a semi-recumbent position on an armchair. Large quantities of alcohol and empty packets of sleeping pills were also found in the apartment.
I don't know, man. That looked like she's got bruising on her neck.
After her first album became a commercial success, she was hit with a creative drought. She suffered panic attacks and severe sleep problems. Drugs and medication came into play. When questioned, friends admitted that Samantha's last days before losing contact seemed extremely happy and relaxed. She also quit drinking alcohol and mentioned something about rehab. The friend also admits that there was no indication of an impending tragedy.
There usually isn't.
Well, let's see what settled this matter. As you can see, the body is fully clothed. Therefore, before we move on to photographic documentation, we must remove the clothes. This time, we don't have to focus on the clothes too much. Okay, now we can continue with the examination. Again, begin by taking photographs of the cadaver. I guarantee that over time, it will cease being embarrassing for you. First, we photograph the whole body. And now, any suspicious-looking marks or wounds.
Well, starting with the neck, because I'm sorry, that... I mean, is it just me, or does that look like ligature?
Interesting. very uneven. We need to investigate this.
Oh, absolutely. The bruising on her stomach. And the oddly pixelated... No.
You don't get such bruises from a normal contusion. Yes, I've seen this many times. Well, there's even more here.
Hopping on WebMD for pixelated vag. Oh my god. Was girl in a fight?
A few we will need to look into here.
Sadly, I wasn't able. Well, I mean, I got. They're in this picture. There's one in this picture right there. I'll never understand censoring nipples.
Notes prepared. Time
now, on the male cadaver in the prologue, the censoring went from outside to inside once we cut him open.
And here's something interesting. The skin of the deceased is covered with numerous blisters. Some of them are ruptured. Others still contain fluid residue.
I wasn't trying to actually look there. I wanted to not right-click. Okay, there wasn't anything down there. I couldn't remember.
Such bruises are caused by either a very heavy blow or by some internal issues.
I mean, it could be internal bleeding.
The number of bruises suggests that there may have been some kind of tussle.
I feel like she was in a fight. Tron nipples. Oh, Tron nipples?
Some furrows have imprinted more strongly, others less, as if someone
What's up with the discoloration under her chin? Battle bit. Oh, God. Angry librarian charged her with her card of books. I mean, that's completely possible. Wait, what have we missed? Ah, the foot.
More numerous blisters. We have some leads to investigate.
We know what
here.
weird blisters mean from the mortician's assistant. Demonic possession.
On the neck of the deceased, we can see clear furrows, indicating that strangulation may be the probable cause of death.
Always demonic possession, yes.
Given the condition of the deceased, it's difficult to tell immediately whether the bruises were the result of a struggle or perhaps the result of iron deficiency. Currently, it's difficult to say whether the bruises were the result of a beating or whether it could be some kind of internal bleeding.
Nope, there is no proof that anything actually causes, or they don't know. They don't know what causes pixelated vag, okay? It's still something that they're researching.
Such blisters usually appear in the case of mechanical abrasions, but due to the place of occurrence, this should be excluded. The most likely cause of such skin changes is the high concentration of barbiturates in the body.
So she was high.
Although it's easier to have abrasions on your feet, but the number and size of the blisters suggest that it's probably a matter of barbiturate
Fruit snacks.
poisoning.
Censor tits. Censorshipitis. Possible causes of death.
To be checked. A severed spinal cord. trauma to the larynx, or trachea will verify whether the hanging was the final nail in Miss Barker's coffin. I'll add barbiturates to the list of necessary tests.
Did he just go to be checked, to be checked, to be checked, to be checked, to be checked? What?
The examination with a UV lamp will dispel some doubts. Potential attackers could have left traces.
Yeah, broken record syndrome.
After examining the organs, we can easily verify whether there was internal bleeding or whether the deceased was suffering from something. Given the testimony of the victim's friend, I add alcohol poisoning to the list of potential causes of Miss Barker's death. A blood test will no doubt quickly verify that hypothesis. But first I'll check for external traces. For this we use the good old UV lamp.
UV lamp!
I look carefully at the whole body. UV rays will reveal any traces. The area around the head is empty. Torso. Empty, without marks.
Huh.
Legs, there's nothing here. Right hand clean. The left hand seems to be fine. No marks. Well, nothing to surprise us here. Now gently, we take the deceased by the hand. And we check for rigor
Here we go!
mortis.
Always make you hungry. Autopsies always make me hungry for sweets. I mean, I just had a bunch of cheese puffs, so you know. Is she squelching? She is squelching a little bit.
Again, the hand falls freely. After yesterday, you should know what this means. Since we don't have a definitive lead, we
can call them
examine all
carrots.
the
I mean,
key
they
organs
are
one by
orange
one.
and
So,
carrot
I'm
shaped.
starting the internal
Kind of.
inspection. I dissect the skin of the deceased.
You don't have to be real accurate here.
And I
Now, why
proceed
did he
deflect
go
skin
to the
flaps.
right
Compared with
of the
yesterday's
belly
body,
button on her and to the
deceased
left
has
of the
only
belly button
trace
on the
amounts of
guy?
adipose tissue.
Yoink! Yoink! Yoink!
Now for the ribs.
Loppers!
What do we have here? Or rather, what don't we have? There is certainly no sign of internal bleeding. Sometimes regarding bruising, it doesn't take much. My wife was constantly banging into furniture, walking into door frames. That's a wonder she never broke anything. Before I disembowel the deceased, I will take samples for toxicological
Bladder.
tests to determine the alcohol content in the body. I just need my syringe. Just to be sure, I'm taking samples on 3 organs: the eyeball, the heart, and the bladder. Analysis will rule
And
out
the eyeball.
or confirm alcohol poisoning as the cause of death.
I don't know.
All done. I'll transfer these to the centrifuge.
Oh, can't see her liver, but...
What was it? 1570?
Yes, it's 1570.
75?
God, do we really have to go back to the office to get
Maybe
your
one
stupid
day
notebook again?
I'll need my notebook. Numbers have never been my strong point. It's probably why I regularly forgot birthdays and anniversaries.
I mean...
Alice always forgave me.
Same. Alright, 1570 should be the values. Unless they've changed. Yeah, 15 minutes, 70%. It's not balanced. You're gonna have to deal with it. I mean, honestly, he could put one here and then one over here and it would be balanced, but, you know.
I'm starting the centrifuge. Let's see what results come out.
I get it. I
The
understand.
laboratory is already open, so... Fucking hell! Ridley! Mr. Ridley! Where is he? The fuses need resetting. Fuck it. I'll do it myself. I swear
Where
there
was
a
the
flashlight
storage
here.
room?
Whatever. I know where the switches are anyway. First the right, and then the left. And voila.
Voila! Electricity
What?
restored. Hello? Nothing going on here. Nothing to see here.
What the? Oh, for fuck's sake. Can't I work in peace?
Oh.
Jack Hanman speaking.
Easy, why so rude?
Steve? Sorry, man. This place is falling apart, and Ridley won't even lift a finger to help. You just can't work here.
Right?
The centrifuge stripped the fuses again.
Yeah. Eventually, everything's gonna go up in smoke.
Oh! Look on the bright side. It's a free cremation with your autopsy.
Jesus, stop it. That shit pisses me off.
Okay, sorry, Jack. Anyway, I'm calling to ask how the autopsy's
He's
going.
got a point, though.
Soon there'll be journalists sniffing around for info, so we'd best be ready.
I'll whiz through this in a couple of hours. It doesn't look like a complicated case to me. More of a formality. The report will be available in the morning.
Sounds great. Thanks. Phew! How's your head?
Well, my head seems better than yours. On the way to work.
Can I eat the muffin?
Holy fuck. Jack, turn on the radio.
What? What's happening?
Quiet.
A 3-car police convoy was involved in an accident near Pete's Bay Bridge while transporting prisoners to Orleans Parish Prison. At the moment, we do not know the exact number of victims or whether any of the convicts escaped. However, the scale of the accident indicates a large number of victims, possibly even fatal ones. Police are on their way to investigate the incident and secure the area. We know that the injured prisoners are on death row. The police were to transport them to their execution, which was to take place tomorrow morning. Many of them are very dangerous criminals. We will report on the matter on an ongoing basis, so stay tuned with us.
What? Steven, was Red Pete one of the passengers? He was, wasn't he? What if he survived?
Jack, I have to go.
Who's Red Pete?
What if he survived?
I gotta go. Talk to you later, okay?
Fuck.
Who is Red Pete? Can we
Jack.
drink this?
Pills. I need my pills.
No, I mean, some of the alcohol would be
You
good.
heard him, Jack. A serious accident. Lots of victims. He's definitely dead. Yes.
Are there flies in the bathroom?
Nothing's going to happen.
Dude, take the gloves off before you pop pills.
Christ. I've got to get back to work.
Right? Just playing with the bathroom door. Leave me alone.
What?
Okay.
Technical break. At least I know I can pursue a career as a janitor if I need to. My old but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy.
I mean, if it were.
Fucking hell!
Donuts? Donuts!
I wasn't sure it would amount to anything, but the World Wide Web has been a blessing for speeding
Another
up my
picture.
work.
Aw, look at them. They're so cute.
Alright, let's see if we were able to get anything out of this piece of crap.
I was trying to collect.
And miraculously, yes. The samples did spin. I'll transfer them to the chromograph in the lab.
We didn't do that last time.
Alright, let's load this up. I placed the test tubes in the rack.
Oh, it's a pipette. I was like, what is what?
Now, just take 5 milliliters from each.
Set it to draw 5 what?
Precisely
5. Aha! Done. Oh, mouse down.
And the next.
There we go. What? Why would we set it to draw 10? Shouldn't we empty it and put it somewhere else?
Five more.
I don't know. It's been forever since I worked in any kind of lab, and that was school. I know. 5 more. 15.
We put the prepared sample into the machine.
Then again, I never did work with a chromatograph. Chromatograph.
The results indicate that the deceased did consume alcohol shortly before her death. However, this is not an amount that could cause poisoning leading to death.
Amphetamines,
just slight inebriation.
Cannabinoids, cocaine. But only alcohol in her system. And looks like a little bit of fentanyl. Alcohol and fentanyl. Hey, Nyara, how you doing?
The examination.
I missed the door. And
the
autopsy.
Results show that we can eliminate alcohol poisoning from our list of potential causes of death. However,
Nyara,
remember that alcohol can affect the function of the entire body.
We are dealing with organs here,
accelerating its rate,
but the private parts
the blood
are censored,
which may result in more severe bleeding in the event of an accident.
If anything, if you're feeling squeamish,
alcohol affects the metabolism of drugs in the liver.
It's understandable,
which I'll now look at in more detail.
Because why not? Exactly.
First, I'll pick up the syringe again. I'll take samples from the liver and the heart to test the concentration of barbiturates in the body.
We're just getting all kinds of samples. Quickie time!
I'll do the test later. I'd best not try my luck with the centrifuge right now.
Ah, damn it.
Remove the liver.
Understandable.
No lesions. However, it is slightly enlarged. Perhaps it's a slight inflammation or drug-induced damage. It may also be the result of the deposition of substances from drugs. Let's check the weight of the organ.
I'm having entirely too much fun jiggling the organs, okay? Flop.
The weight is 1,300 grams. The liver is enlarged.
Okay. To the cutting board. I like how it just
on to
loads.
A cross-sectional study. Perhaps the enlargement is the result of early cancerous changes. The blade glides through smoothly. I don't feel like I'm encountering any changes with an unusual structure. No steatosis or cirrhosis. The liver is actually quite clean inside.
See, it looks like ham. I'm not gonna lie.
The liver is basically healthy. We already know that the deceased didn't abuse alcohol. The question is, what about drugs or other substances? I move on to the heart.
Some onions or fava beans. You right.
Oh. At a glance, we can see signs of a heart attack.
I was about to say, clot?
The deceased is definitely too young to have a heart attack due to natural causes. The liver is enlarged, not from alcohol poisoning, and the heart looks like it has collapsed.
I've never tried liver.
I guess we need to go to the centrifuge and check for these barbiturates.
Could be an overdose.
The last time I saw this kind of poisoning was a few years ago. I better check the data in my notebook. He was a middle-aged guy. He took his medication and forgot about it. So he took another pill. He forgot again and took another one. And another one. All right.
Still 15 minutes, 20%. I didn't have my cursor. 15 minutes, 70. No? That's not right? Oh, we're not looking for alcohol. There's other pages. Aha! 10 minutes at 75%. I have lost my cursor again.
We close the centrifuge and pray that it doesn't trip anything again. It looks like our luck is in.
I was waiting for the lights to go out again.
We can take the samples to the lab now.
I know, they're separated. I shouldn't be shaking them.
Hold of these drugs.
All right,
okay.
6 millimeters.
This time. 6 milliliters each.
Slurp, slurp. All right. Boom.
Well, let's see.
Into the chromatograph.
Nothing surprising. Significant amounts of phenobarbital metabolites of hepatic origin. Looks like I'll have to check the contents of the deceased's stomach.
To the stomach! You know, would it be easier to do an autopsy if you could just like magic school bus that? Magic school, yeah, you know what I mean.
Cardiopulmonary collapse. The question now is whether it was an accident or a deliberate act. I'm proceeding to examine the stomach. Before extraction, I ligate the entire organ to prevent its contents from spilling out.
I don't think I ligated it.
Okay, I'm now cutting out the organ, which will move to the board for dissection.
But we have a duck. A jiggly duck. Look at this jiggly duck.
Normally, the stomach and intestines
are
full
hate
of
it.
surprises.
Can we go through the intestines, please? I want to go through the intestines. Can we go through the can we pull the intestines? Because I think pulling the intestines would be fun. Anybody want duck for dinner?
This time, we see remnants of undigested food and a dense mass of pills. You don't take this many drugs by accident.
Nope.
Length and width
A
normal.
tummy. She indeed had a
obvious
tummy duck.
pathological changes. Undigested drugs found in the stomach
Damn it,
of the
Mickey.
deceased. The direct cause of death was probably an overdose. I'll check the rest of the organs.
What's that?
And then the nervous system. We'll see how significant the marks on the neck are for the whole case.
What's that? Gallbladder? I don't know.
The deceased's intestine is normal.
I
No
wanted to
clear
play with the
pathological changes.
intestines.
Lungs are normal, no lesions. The victim was probably a smoker, but was unlikely to be in any serious danger. The deceased's trachea is normal, complete patency. No food or fluid. Abdominal cavity checked off. We can check the brain.
I don't know what the hell that is.
I make a cut to open the lid of the victim's skull and remove the brain. Brain is normal.
But the brain jiggles.
No obvious lesions. All right.
Brain jiggles.
I need to dissect it on a board.
Sorry. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Using a knife, I carefully cut through the brain tissue. I peek inside a bit, and... I don't think there's anything worth noting. As expected, the deceased's brain is in excellent condition. No discoloration or changes due to hypoxia. There is still the matter of the marks on the neck. They look superficial.
Safety goggles!
Maybe the spinal cord has been severed. I need goggles and a saber saw.
Remember,
I think
folks,
the goggles were in the
safety
desk drawer.
first.
Oh, they're out there. Alice. Saw. I need saw. Fuck. I don't see it here. Oh. I know. I probably left it in the basement after its last cleaning.
The basement? You're gonna go into the basement. Where the fuck is Ridley? I guess he's through this door.
Mr. Ridley, I need a key to the basement.
A little bit.
In the social room.
Why is the key lying at the... never mind. Thank you.
Hey, Hammond. Did you hear about the convoy? Well, maybe you'll get a chance to relive your glory days and catch Red Beat again, huh?
Let's hope there won't be a need for that.
Apparently, we leave the autopsy mess again. Or, yeah. I'm gonna ring the bell. Ring the bell!
If only he could put that much enthusiasm into his work. I get the feeling that searching through this rubbish is more pathogenic than working with corpses.
Why would the keys be in here?
Please, may this be the last trip.
There's a coffin in there. Why is there a coffin in the garage? Anyways, how does one get to the basement, Ridley?
Fuck. Why did the prison convoy have to get into an accident? Jack, take a deep breath. Deep, pleasantly cool breath.
Does anybody know how to get into the basement?
The autopsy. Then you can go home and rest.
Wouldn't be through here, would it? There wasn't another door in this room. Where the hell is the basement? Is there a door, another doorway in the lab? No. I thought there was something outside, but there is not. Maybe through the bathroom? No, not the office. Coffin races? They might be. Maybe it's outside. It is an older building, so it may have a cellar that only has an outdoor entrance. There it is. What's up with the shed? What's up with this? Louisiana.
I'll take the saw. Fuck! It's jammed! Doesn't anyone do maintenance around here? Damn hatch. Damn red Pete. Will I ever... If only...
Nope. You will never be free. Cigarettes! Yeah, that's the saw, but I want to look around for a second. Like, why are there lights on down here? Do the lights just stay on permanently? Who the fuck has been staying down here? Anyways, moving on.
It would be easier if I put things away properly.
You think? We're just gonna leave the door open? Okay.
Damn student lectures and their fucking props.
Let me in! At least I closed doors
like
behind
clockwork,
myself.
He's already sleeping.
So angry and unhinged. He is grieving the loss of his wife.
Sorry for the short interruption. I hope you all took the opportunity to grab some coffee. And now that I have everything I need, I'll move on to revealing the spinal cord.
Ah, it's oh wait. We keep it in the circle. With clicks. Gotta make it all precision-like.
The spine is removed. I can see that the spinal cord was not severed. This shows that apart from the marks around the neck, hanging didn't negatively affect the condition of the deceased. Ladies and gentlemen, almost over. Now, to sum up and tidy away the body. The direct cause of Samantha Barker's death was a heart attack resulting from an overdose of barbiturates. Traces found on the body suggest that the overdose was a deliberate act, following a failed attempt to hang herself. The autopsy found no evidence or genetic materials indicating that death could have been the result of an attack. Third-party involvement must be excluded. Autograph, and we can start sewing.
She's basically a cavity now, or a skin suit. These nuts. Because why not?
In the 1950s and 1960s, the use of barbiturates for suicide was actually quite common. I
Smiley
think it was
face.
most talked about after the death of Marilyn Monroe.
No brain, no organs, just musculature. I mean, that is really empty. He took the bones and all out. Why? Why would you do that?
At home, it was a help and comfort. On death row, a farewell to the convicts.
There you go. Good as new.
Thank you for your attention. Tiring day. I can feel those.
Who's a fucking nerd?
I guess I'll have to pick something up along the way.
I mean,
gloves
me,
in the
I
trash,
am.
Leave the apron for cleaning. Now I can go.
Give me a fucking donut.
I didn't turn it off.
Okay, we're just leaving. We're not worrying about turning the camera off, even though he said, oh, I forgot to turn it off. We're just going to the car.
A nightcap will do me good. Good night, Mr. Ridley. The police will pick up the body and accompanying documentation in the morning.
Sure.
I guess there are actually two things in this world you can be certain of. Death and Ridley's reluctant attitude.
Time to go home. Or rather, go get drunk.
Alright, maybe three things. My whiskey on the rocks when I get home. So cold. I guess I should have brought my jacket to
You
work.
forgot your jacket, you ding-dong. We
This
have work
block
issues.
Can be quite intimidating when it's so quiet.
We do.
Almost
It's true.
there. Stephen didn't want to go out for a drink tonight, so I'll drink my whiskey in the company of my TV. Shit. I forgot the muffin. Well, Ridley will have a nice treat for the night. I'm sure he'll be his happy, thankful self tomorrow.
Yes, we're taking the elevator from the second to the third floor. I think.
What? What? What the fuck? But I locked it. I'm sure of it.
Oh no, somebody broke into our apartment? Maybe they could have cleaned instead. You know, I think they could have cleaned. They could have left the place looking better than it was before.
Who the fuck did this? I don't have anything valuable. Money. They must have stolen the money. Fuck! Great. That's
Money's
all I
all
need.
gone.
What if it was Red Pete?
Where are the pictures of his wife?
Where?
There's one.
I need my pill.
There's one. She's still there. They wanted your Magic the Gathering cards? What if they wanted my Magic the Gathering cards? Huh? They left his pills? Hey, they left you toothpaste too.
Okay. I'm gonna have to report this to the police. Christ. Why did the neighbors not report anything? I'm calling Stephen. Stephen?
Now, Jack, I told you I'm going for a drink with you for another night in a row.
That's not why I'm ringing. Although I could do with one. Someone broke into my apartment.
What? Did anyone see anything? Have you called the police yet?
No, I don't think so. Anyway, no one contacted me. As for the police, I'm calling right now, officer.
Alright, do you want me to head around? Look for any trace evidence?
I don't know. No, I guess not. Honestly,
Steven is a police
I don't have the
officer.
strength to deal with it right now. I just want to lie down.
Are you sure? Because it's no trouble at all.
I think so. I'm sorry. I just wanted to calm down a bit. I don't know. That's probably some stupid joke. Only money was stolen.
Money? From Alice's box? Oh, fuck. Listen, I can come over. I have the key. I'll drop by, do what I need to do, and you go get some sleep.
No, don't trouble yourself. Lately, I've been just so tired and distracted. I don't know. Maybe I forgot to close the apartment door on my way to work. If anything else is missing, I'll let you know when police.
All right. Just make sure you close it tonight. If you see anything weird tomorrow, let me know.
Yes, I saw something weird tomorrow. It was my face in the mirror.
You're probably right. Take care, Jack. If you need anything, call me.
I promise I will. Thanks, Steven. Sorry to bother you again. I've just been all over the place lately.
It's not a problem. Good night, Jack.
Good night. What?
They ransacked the place, but they didn't steal the stereo.
Where to start? Shit. The glass in this thing needs to be replaced.
I don't know. It looks fine. Looks fine.
I still don't understand why Alice liked this painting so much. There you go. To be honest, I could leave it like this.
And you could. It's an improvement.
Maybe I could barricade the door with this. I should pack this thing away. I have no interest in DIY at the moment. Now I'm sure I won't get caught up in these papers. Alice's family should really have some of these. It seems like the burglar wasn't looking for anything here. Actually, I'm not surprised.
Where's the light switch? Oh, okay. We're just gonna leave the bathroom light on. That's fine. Wait. They left the fridge door open. Those jerks. What kind of monster leaves the fridge door open? I swear.
What a mess. Now, if only I could blame this on the burglars.
What else am I supposed to clean up?
I'm glad this didn't break.
Jack, why?
That's enough for now. I think I'm just tired.
Okay, Alice. Villain? Who's a villain? I'm not a villain.
Oh yeah, I should take my pills.
Huh? Who the fuck cleaned up? I guess he cleaned up.
I feel like it takes me forever to finish these things. That's enough.
Oh, this time we're changing our clothes?
It will never look clean. I need to quickly change and finish getting ready. I'm gonna be late for work again.
Oh, my ear itches.
Got my keys, got my files. Check.
Right? I would like to. Yeah, I definitely.
Remember to close the door properly, Jack. I'll ask the neighbors tomorrow if they saw anything suspicious.
All right, y'all saw it. I closed the door 3 times. 3 times.
I wonder if Ridley fixed the coffee machine.
Definitely need the cleaning fairies to visit my house. That thing. I have a question. Is the locker out of service or the contents? Listen, why can't we take the van? That's like a zombie apocalypse survival deal there.
Maybe a bit optimistic.
Yeah, I mean,
coffee on the way.
There's something shady in there, maybe. I would say that that is kind of a strange way to indicate that the locker is not working. Yeah, you know. They are excluded from my view. Everything is excluded from my view. I don't understand.
I'm exhausted. I wonder who Steven brought in today. Good morning,
Pete.
Mr. Ridley. No, he's not here yet?
What?
No, I'll do without him.
Okay, that's Red Pete.
I hope he... Oh, come on. He was too lazy to even wheel the gurney to the autopsy room.
Okay, so there's no steering, it's just push it forward. Push it real
Almost
good.
There. Now for the tough part. The body needs to be moved. Where's Ridley when you need him? Alright. I just need some gloves and my apron. Then I can get to work.
Apron?
I'm going to need my tape recorder for
Gloves?
this.
Tape recorder.
Autopsy dated November 22nd, 1991. 7:32 p.m. Led by Dr. Jack Hanman. I begin by verifying the identity of the Jane Doe. It's most likely Harper Lloyd, age 35. Found
Jane
in a well-owned
Doe.
house by her neighbors Leonard and Dorothy Chelsea. Reported missing for a week. It is also known that the deceased was diagnosed with affective bipolar disorder. Harper was
Okay.
placed on drug therapy, which she dropped out of fairly regularly. During her treatment, she was under the care of her common-law partner, Richard Benson, professional truck driver. The last person who had contact with the deceased was her partner. Harper's last message read as follows. I'm gonna
the
take
beginning
a shit
of
in their stupid well.
Thoughtico.
And we'll see who has the last laugh.
Oh, never mind. She went to go.
Nice one.
She went to go shit in their well.
Police records also show that Mrs. Lloyd was in constant conflict with her neighbors. The constant parties and subsequent brawls made living in the area nearly impossible, especially when Lloyd's partner wasn't around.
Partner did it.
Firefighters
know.
found the body after the Chelsea family began complaining that their tap water tasted strange, and at one point had begun to smell and turn a dark color. I proceed to open the bag. The most important task in forensic identification of a drowned
Would you
person
shit
is to
in your
distinguish
neighbor's
whether
well?
the death occurred before or after entering the water. Okay, that could have been worse. I carefully removed the victim's clothes so as not to damage the skin. The deceased was found fully clothed. One shoe is missing. I'm going to need the camera to document all possible suspicious marks.
What do you mean, no?
Definitely the first thing that stands out.
I think you
is
would.
the very advanced post-mortem gigantism. The skin of the deceased appears very delicate, smooth, and relaxed from being in the water for a long time. The whole body is extremely pale.
That means zoom in. Ah. She's missing an eye.
There are bruises and hemorrhages on the neck. These usually occur due to increased inhalation when fighting to breathe underwater. Post-mortem markings are seen on the underside of the body. That is, on the back, thighs, and calves of the deceased. It's likely that the deceased was lying on her back when she was fished out.
So... moving around. Oh, God, look at how wrinkled her feet are!
The so-called washerwoman's skin on the feet. The deceased had indeed been in the water
for a long time.
The skin on the hands can be easily separated from the body. The separation takes the form of a glove.
Cool. I like the fact he didn't note the missing eyeball.
There are some obvious scratches on the skin.
Photo board.
So, after the preliminary exam, it's time to take a closer look at this.
I'm telling you, man, she's missing an eyeball.
Today's date. The deceased was clothed. Rigor mortis does not need to be checked. Based on the state of decay, you can be sure it has subsided.
Some obvious scratches. I mean... Stop it!
Where to start?
I mean, if we look, I don't know. I'm spitballing here, but I feel like I honestly feel like, you know, it might be the fact that she's missing an eyeball. But we're gonna look at her.
We see thick white foam in the mouth of the deceased, resulting from pulmonary edema. Foam is a characteristic in deaths due to drowning.
So that's not her lips. You found crisps. She clearly had a full, sick skateboarding accident. Oh, I don't know about that.
Scratches on the skin, especially on the back and hands.
Rose,
these could be defensive wounds.
The last thing anybody heard her say was that she was going to shit in their well. I don't think that has anything to do with skateboarding.
The spots have a purplish blue-red hue, which is a typical sign of the death of the organism.
The organism.
Yep, pretty typical. Liver mortis are formed as a result of putrefaction of blood in the veins. No obvious signs of struggle. The skin on the hands would have easily peeled away from the flesh. Some of the fingers have already lost their nails.
The old shit in the well.
The deceased was wearing shoes all the time. Her feet are in better condition than her hands. Nevertheless, we can still notice a clear, wavy skin and the so-called washerwoman's skin texture. Okay, that's probably enough to
means they were posers, really, Rose? Really?
I'd better note that down in the records. Marks found on the neck and foaming at the mouth are typical signs of drowning people. Those abrasions appear relatively fresh. No healing or scarring is visible.
She was defecating to defeat them?
Hands heavily wrinkled from submersion in water. Typical washerwoman's
I don't think...
skin.
I have to disagree, Rose. I have to disagree.
There doesn't seem to be anything unusual about this liver mortis.
Good one, Nyara.
Caused by blood rotting in the veins.
Fake. Nobody can see. Switch to your camera. Because I'm gonna put a picture in Discord. No feet included. You're welcome. Looks like Kid is going to Disney. In the photos channel, this is where Jake is right now. He has pushed the tripod for his camera up against the desk and has his head under my chair.
Considering the deceased's penchant for drinking alcohol, it could have been
The
a mere
fecal?
accident.
Oh god. Other gamer always has such brilliant dad jokes in her titles.
In this case, the question is, was drowning an accident or of suicidal intent?
Or homicidal?
Maybe it's just abrasion, or maybe the result of a fight and being pushed into a well. Fortunately, the skin on the hands didn't fall off. Otherwise, I'd have trouble identifying the deceased.
But aren't they already identified?
Their distribution suggests that the victim was probably lying on her back when fished out of the water.
Yeah.
Liver mortis of a different color could indicate poisoning with carbon monoxide, cyanides, or nitrates. However, this is not the case here.
Okay.
A simple trip, loss of balance, and as a result, you end up in a deep hole with no way out. That's all for now. Before I begin the dissection, I'll make sure the suggested identity is correct. The suitcase with the fingerprint equipment should be around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. With decomposing bodies, the tissue of the pads of the fingers tends to shrink. To remove these shrinkages, a mixture of glycerin or air is used. If the body of the deceased is well preserved, fingerprinting is similar to that of a living person. The fingerprint sheet should always be checked. Slipping fingers, too much or too little ink, or inaccurate hand position can make fingerprints illegible.
That's true. I imagine wrinkly skin.
I'm going to conduct a dactyloscopic examination. If in fact the deceased is in the police database, I will
Be sure you
find
balance
her.
carefully before. Exactly. Be sure you always balance carefully when you're shitting in your neighbor's well. Agreed.
Glycerin is injected successively between the nail and the skin of each finger. The substance then enters the fingertip, removing shrinkage and wrinkles.
Whoa. Whoa. Cool. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty cool effect there. Balance so dangerously that it somehow balances out, and also takes some laxatives to reduce the balancing time necessary.
Only when the skin is taut and elastic can you use ink.
Brush the entire palm, really?
I think it's enough. I'm getting fingerprint samples. In the case of drowning victims, you have to be extremely careful. The skin may fall off the hand like a glove when you take the print. I'll use the fax machine to add the print into the system.
Decreasing balancing time with explosive diarrhea. Oh man.
Green button and...
What's in this drawer? Ooh. Goodies.
Once the data uploads, I'll run the prints against the police database on the computer.
You know how to use the computer?
Great. The data is there. Click upload. Now, go through the database and find a matching print. Expect possible hours of fun.
Drag all comparison points?
One more. Okay. Let's check for matches. This is not our Jane Doe. I wish there was an easier way to do this.
I mean, this looks pretty close.
One more. Analyze button.
There are like little mini games in this. I like it. It's the most fun you can have with your clothes on.
And we have a result. Everyone has a story to tell, even if it's just a police record. So, as predicted, the deceased turned out to be Harper Lloyd. That went smoothly. I'll print this out and attach it to the medical records.
Over here, you don't get run over. There's no chance of it. Lala stole your Pringles, but she's crouched over them like an adorable little golem. Read the results at the fax machine. Hey, yeah, go shower. I'm not saying you're stinky. I'm just saying
Right. Now we can go
a
back to
shower can make you
inspection.
feel better. Disorderly conduct. Disorderly conduct. Disorderly conduct. Are we reading Rose's rap sheet? Disorderly conduct. Low-level shoplifting. Disorderly conduct. Low-level shoplifting. Petty theft and disorderly conduct.
I'm adding the name of the deceased. I'll start the internal examination by taking fluid from the victim's brain. A needle inserted through the nose will do the trick. If the victim was alive when she fell into the well, she must have swallowed water fighting for her life. And then diatoms, characteristics of pooled water like a well, got into the body. In the meantime, I'll check the sample under the microscope. I'm sure that these algae traces will be found in the samples taken from the well where police found the body. Now I need to adjust the knobs properly and place the diatom in the center of the aperture still needs adjustment. The image is too dark. I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this It's not a dirty and perfect.
What do you mean perfect?
Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing. It's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid, but rather a bad focus.
Are you sure? 'Cause I see stuff.
And perfect.
How is that perfect?
The aperture. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this distance. Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing with a large concentration of these algae. It's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid, but rather a bad focus.
Is it just me, or does that one look like a face?
And perfect.
What am I looking for?
It's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid, but rather and perfect.
I guess we're just looking at the entire sample. They said they would be private.
As expected, we find the aforementioned algae in the solution. Their upper part, Epitheca, which overlaps the lower, Hypotheca, is clearly visible. The presence of diatoms in the brain samples taken indicate that the deceased was certainly alive when she fell into the water and was possibly conscious.
Okay.
Since there were diatoms in the brain,
oh, the rap sheet.
It means that many more of them must have entered the body. Studies of the rest
Time
of
to
the
pull the
organs will most
brain.
likely confirm this hypothesis. I can finally get to the practical part. I must be extra careful because the skin of the deceased is very stretched. I wouldn't want an explosion here.
I know it would be more work, but they should totally add a dice roll to things like this. If you're not careful, clearly lagging behind, refresh, because I'm still having problems.
You can immediately see a very large swelling of the organs. In addition, all internal organs are very congested. I proceed to remove the rib cage. It's easy to see that the ribs have been imprinted in the lungs. So,
yeah,
I'm going to start by drawing blood from the lungs for testing for diatoms. If diatoms were only present in the lungs, this would mean that the victim was placed in the well after death, and the perpetrator wanted to get rid of the corpse in this way. Now, I remove the lungs and proceed taking the lungs in my hand. I feel that the tissues have lost their elasticity, which is the result of water emphysema.
It's not jiggly!
In addition, there is significant swelling of the organs, and as a result, we have a nice imprint of the ribs. The emphysema itself, it's clear how far it's progressed, which is characteristic of drowning.
Yeah, you may need to refresh, because I'm still having the bitrate crashes. I don't know.
Corpses found in water are worth examining with a tomograph. However, I can't count on such luxuries, so I must reach for a more archaic technology. A bucket and water. I hope no one dipped a mop in it. It's best to go to the lab for this.
What is he gonna do with the bucket? Why is he holding the bucket like that? What are we doing with the bucket?
Oh, Jesus. My old but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy.
I'm not sure what I need to do at this point. She was sitting up for a second. What am I supposed to do? I'm just carrying this bucket around.
Poor soul. Poor soul. I get cases like this more than any other.
What? Oh, he said the lab?
Historically, the lung float test is used to detect infanticide.
There's the sink. I missed that. Thank you, Dragon.
The water should be at room temperature. That's enough. To test for this, I have to place the lungs in a container of water. This checks if there is air in the lungs. And speaking of lungs, everything is ready to bring them here.
Give me your lungs.
Of course, such a study isn't without flaws. Air may have entered a newborn's airways during resuscitation attempts. Gas is released during decomposition. In this case, however, it's about something else. Namely, the amount of fluid in the lungs. To test for this, I have to place the lungs in a container of water and wait to see if they fall or if they will float on the surface.
They sank.
Just as I assumed, the lungs collapsed easily.
Look at this photograph!
Well, I mean, it is a drowning victim. Kind of. Hi, Skittles.
Fluid could have entered the lungs
How you doing?
during panic attempts to catch breath underwater, but it could also be the result of bacterial infections or cancer, so further investigation is needed.
You doing all right? Cool.
I move on to dissecting the lungs of the deceased.
Got some work to do.
You can hear the distinct, very unpleasant crackling of the tissues being cut through. The parenchyma is remarkably pale, although small hemorrhagic foci and petechia are present on the surface. All right. Now, I will check the collected fluid under a microscope. If we find 20 diatoms on the slide, it can be considered drowning, and our result is not false positive due to possible contaminations. Let's see. Although I expect we'll find them, the aperture still needs adjustment. The image is too dark. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. I'm finally starting to see something here. It's not a dirty lens, and perfect.
Nicely aged.
I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this distance. Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing with a large concentration of these algae.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Largely. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say there's a large concentration of the algae. Because probably there are personal lives. All right. 42. Yes.
The aperture still needs adjustment. I'm finally starting to see something here. It's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid. But rather, and perfect. It's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid.
Yeah, but we can see so much more here.
And perfect.
Well, there they
As
are.
Expected. In solution, the diatoms are clearly visible. There are smaller and larger clusters of them. There will definitely be more than 20 of them.
Yeah, that's more than 20.
I'll make a note of all this. So far, this case looks pretty standard. It's clear from the beginning that it's drowning. Well, the procedure requires me to check everything anyway.
Oh, it's definitely drowning. But we don't know if it was a
I
fall.
move on to checking the other organs. I ligate the heart and then remove it for inspection. Strongly
Jiggles.
developed putrefactic hemolysis the organ can be seen at first glance. Apart from that,
Jiggle,
no signs
jiggle,
of a heart
jiggle.
attack or other heart disease.
With a J,
I
not
move on to
giggle.
the next organ. This time, it's the liver. It's immediately apparent that the deceased didn't care first. The beginnings of cirrhosis are visible in some areas.
So we have
Transfer the organ to a board
cirrhosis
and
of the
proceed to
liver.
dissect.
Oh, we gotta dissect first. At least it's a straight cut.
The cross-section clearly shows dilated veins and many small hemorrhagic foci. I must admit that this is quite a feat, considering the rather young age of the deceased. Harper enjoyed drinking so much that she might not have lasted a few more years.
Alcoholic cirrhosis.
I move on to the stomach. I take a sample of the fluid for testing.
Duck! Wait, we've got to get a little duck sauce first.
It looks very turbid. I'll see what happens after spinning, but that's in a moment. Now, I carefully ligate the organ, then cut it off. It's enlarged, probably full of putrid gases.
This is more like a kidney bean.
I transfer it to the board and carefully open it, checking the contents.
Yeah, well... Oh god, not the W!
One thing you'd never get used to is how much this task smells.
Bet it smells.
Okay. The stomach is full of fluid, and
no, it's about standard size.
Organic matter, which is probably leftover food. So let's check the diatoms. Again, but in a centrifuge for a change.
Back to the office for his notebook. Imagine that.
Whether the death was due to drowning, or whether something else contributed to the death. Cramp, heart attack, drugs, homicide, or some accident. Such
yummy in my tummy.
You had my curiosity.
Hello, Carlene Quinzel. Welcome on in. How you doing this evening?
That's why it's so important to collect as many samples as possible. Unfortunately. Okay.
We're not playing DVD tonight.
Little sample.
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. We're doing autopsies and slowly losing our mind.
No.
Well, I don't know about the slowly part. It could be happening quicker. All right, 35 minutes at 25%. Okay. This isn't gonna pop the breaker at all. That looks like 25. Oh, but welcome on in. Hank. Come over there, buddy. The stream is scuffed. I apologize. Hey, the power stayed on.
Done. I'll run it directly into the chromatograph and run it against the data from the police.
Ew.
I'm certain the analysis will show similarities between the fluid and water in Chelsea's well.
What was it? 3 millimeters? I think it's 3 millimeters. Milliliters, sorry. We're gonna take 3 millimeters of fluid.
Let me think. 3 milliliters should be fine.
3. He said, I need to think. I need to figure out what the hell I'm doing because I'm drugged up on antidepressants, among other things. I'm not sure. It could be antidepressants. I could be wrong. I was down in the fluid. Oh, I got to go further in.
Okay. Now
definitely got to go further in. That's what she said.
Yes. The water sample matches the one provided by the police.
Huh?
Well, the results are quite clear. I was hoping it would be a more interesting case.
Don't you remember the last time we left the room and came back, she was sitting up? You don't remember this? That doesn't make it an interesting case. I'm confused.
Our
I mean, y'all remember that, right?
Analysis indicates the same origin. Blah blah blah.
No. Oh.
There's little left to do. I'm going to check the airway patency of the deceased. Interesting. Looks like there's something stuck in the trachea. I'm moving to the board for further inspection.
Wiggle. 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 The trachea. It's a trachea wiggle. Oh, it's alive. Look, it looks like a little alien, I don't know, caterpillar or something. I'm going to go with that. I mean, look at this. Look at Rose, I'm coming for you, Rose. I'm coming for you. You can't run from the... it's just a trachea. Don't worry about it. It's all good. No, that's the stomach. We clicked the wrong thing. We're supposed to go right here.
Dissect the trachea and open the organ.
With just the tip. Come back to a crashed PC. Oh no!
Inside, I find a wedding ring. This is interesting. Let me look at it. Based on the size, I can say that
9, 13, 19, 8.
Standard from the outside. There's an engraving inside.
How do I leave this? How do I leave this? Oh, damn. Sari bot on that one. What a time to join the stream. I'm trying to take the ring, and it's not letting me do anything. What's going on? What's going on? This is his wife's wedding band. I think it died. I was talking to the trachea. I mean, you always got to talk to the trachea when you pull it out of the body. You know, you just wiggle it around a little bit, you know. I mean, seriously, if you look at it, it looks like this little alien worm or something. Yeah, it's engraved. Yeah, you just reported them. Saribot was on top of it, Rose. They didn't get the first one. The first one was timed out. You just... yes, indeed you do. You absolutely 100% need to. The engraving, Skittles, is his wedding day. But the game isn't letting me do anything. I'm trying to take the ring and all it's doing is spinning. I may have to restart. Well, I'm gonna make it even better because I gotta restart. Because all right, look. Ignore this. This is supposed to be bigger. All right, it's supposed to be full screen ahead. But I stopped using this, so my buttons don't work correctly, and oh, it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. Let me restart the game though. I mean, the game isn't locked up, but it's not letting me take the ring, and I don't understand. I can't go back. I'm clicking everywhere. Yeah, I'm gonna restart the game. We may have to. Okay, all right. Wait. Are you sure you're finished your work for today? Yes, take me out of here. No, I have to go back to work. The game isn't locked up per se, but it's not doing anything. It's being a butt. It's being a butt. Just like Rose QT, the game is being a butt. Yeah, okay, that's not working. All right. We're gonna go back to this while I get the game restarted. But yeah, I'm perfectly okay with eye contact. Are you? You must jiggle the trachea and pretend that it is an alien being. Because I'm sorry, if we get back to it, I'm going to do it again. Because it amuses me. I mean, you know. Woodland Games. I like it. I like it. Some inconsistencies, I think. But, you know, minor. I'm not a medical examiner. I still love this. This is like the best thing ever. No, go back in. Go back in. He doesn't want to go back in, but we'll continue. But we got to do all this over again. Oh, son of a bitch. All right, well,
I'm exhausted.
We're going back in. We're going to start it over.
I wonder who Steven brought in today.
Nobody of note. Don't worry about it. It's not
Good
a
morning,
drowning
Mr.
victim
Ridley.
at all. Hey,
No.
Mr. Ripley, where are
He's
you?
not here yet? No.
Wait,
I'll deal
Ridley.
without him.
Ridley, not Ripley. I'm reading chat. Right, we're pushing the trolley. I forgot. Because somebody didn't put the trolley in the examination room for us to do this, and they're making us do it instead, you know.
Almost there. Now for the tough part. The body needs to be moved. Where's Ridley when you need him?
Oh, yeah. Alright, gotta move the bag to the
All
table.
right. I just
Now
need
the
some
police
gloves
report.
and my apron.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Then I can
I'm
get
getting
to
ahead of
work.
myself. Excuse me. Where are my gloves? Oh, there they are.
I'm going to need my tape recorder for this.
And the tape recorder. Yes, we've got the tape recorder.
Autopsy dated November 22nd, 1991. 7:32. I begin by verifying the identity.
We're gonna
It's most likely
try
Harvey. It is
kinda-
also known that the last person. Police records also show that Mrs. Lloyd was in constant conflict with her neighbors. The constant parties and subsequent brawls made living in the area nearly impossible, especially when Lloyd's partner wasn't around.
Oh, he didn't say it. I went through.
Firefighters
I
found the
went.
body
I
after
went
the
through
Chelsea
too
family
quick.
Began complaining that the most important task in forensic identification
sorry.
of a drowned person is to distinguish whether the death occurred before or after entering the water. Okay, that
All
could
right.
have been worse. I carefully removed the victim's clothes
Wait.
so as not. The deceased was found. One shoe was missing.
Gotta make her naked.
I'm going to
Sorry.
need the camera to document all possible suspicious marks.
And now it's her photo moment.
Definitely the first thing that stands out is the very advanced post. The skin of the deceased appears very delicate, smooth, and relaxed from being in the water for a long time. The whole body is
I'm still
extremely
bothered by the fact that he never noticed the lack of an eye.
There are bruises and hemorrhages on the neck. These usually occur due to increased inhalation.
There's no
and
eyeball.
fighting to breathe underwater.
I keep hitting the wrong keys. What you doing, Jake?
Post-mortem markings are seen on the underside of the body. That is, on the back, thighs, and calves of the deceased. It's likely that the deceased was lying on her back when she was fished out.
Oh, Rose's favorite part, the feet.
The so-called washerwoman's skin on the feet. The deceased had indeed been in the water for a long time. The skin on the hands can be easily separated from the body. The separation takes the form of a glove. There are some obvious scratches on the skin.
We never looked at those either. Okay. Pictures are done. Oh, photo board. God. I'm trying to get back to the trachea.
So, after the preliminary exam, it's time to take a closer look at this. Today's date, the deceased was clothed rigor mortis does not need to be checked. Based on the state of decay,
That is correct.
You can be sure it has subsided.
Magnifying glass.
We
Boom.
see thick white foam in the mouth of the deceased, resulting from pulmonary edema. Foam is a characteristic in deaths due to
Some of
drowning.
these things we can't skip through, which is
There are
fine.
obvious scratches on the skin, especially on
I
the
need
back
to
and
not
hands.
play with
These could
things
be
as
defensive
much
wounds,
as I do, but
evidence
I
of some
can't
sort
help
of
it.
Altercation prior to death.
The email that gave me the code may have been correct when
No
you know,
obvious signs of
you know the
struggle.
whole
The
6
skin on the
bucks
hands
thing.
would have easily peeled away from the flesh. Some of the fingers have already lost their nails.
Look, death is kind of mesmerizing, okay?
The spots have a purplish blue-red hue, which is a typical sign of the death of the organism.
He's referring to her as the organism.
Yep, pretty typical. Liver mortis are formed as a result of putrefaction of blood in the veins.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Due to the fact that the deceased was wearing shoes all the time, her feet are in better condition than her hands.
Except this was kind of a long
we can still notice a
autopsy.
clear, wavy skin and the so-called washerwoman's skin texture. Okay, that's probably enough to indicate a direction for further examination.
Oops.
I'd better note that down in the marks found on the neck and those abrasion scans heavily reconsidered the diffuse. There doesn't seem to be anything unusual about this liver mortis.
Wait, let's see if we can get him to do it again. All right, he's done.
Their distribution
Oh,
suggests
it didn't
that the victim was
work. He
probably
did it
lying.
right this time.
In this case, maybe it fortunate a simple liver mortis of a different color could.
Hey, if you haven't been
poisoning
here
with carbon
before, my
monoxide,
name is Jax.
cyanides,
Jake is my
or
dog. Hey,
nitrates.
let's see if that button
However,
works.
This is not the case here. That's all for now.
Really? Jake, did you break your camera? I think you broke your camera, dude. Well, his camera was working.
Before I begin the dissection, I'll make sure the suggested identity is correct. The suitcase with the fingerprint equipment should be around here somewhere. Oh, here, with decomposing bodies, the tissue of the pads, if the body of the deceased is well preserved, the fingerprint sheet should always be checked. Slipping fingers, too much or too little ink, or inaccurate hand position can make fingerprints illegible. I'm going to conduct a dactyloscopic
All right, here we go.
examination.
Okay, so
If in
first thing
fact
we're
the
going to do
deceased
is we're going to
police
take the
database,
syringe and we're going to
I
put
will find her.
glycerin.
Glycerin is injected successively between the nail and the skin of each finger.
That's cool.
The substance
Not
then
gonna lie,
enters
that's
the
cool.
fingertip, removing shrinkage and wrinkles.
Making their fingerprints reappear.
Now take a brush. Only when the skin is taut and elastic can you use ink. I think it's enough.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm getting fingerprint sample. In the case of drowning victims, you have to be extremely careful. The skin may fall off the hand. I'll use the fax machine.
All
to
right,
add
so
the
now
print
we're going to
into the
fax
system.
this to the police.
Green button,
and once that goes through, we'll go over here to the computer.
I wasn't sure it would amount to anything. Once the data uploads, great.
Go to the
Data is there.
computer.
Click upload.
Now, last time it was the second
Now,
one.
Go to the database and find a matching print. Expect possible hours of fun.
Which it looks like it might still be.
One more. Analyze button.
Am I right? I don't know. We'll find out in a moment.
And
Yay! We know who we're dealing
everyone
with.
has a story to tell, even if
Time
it's
to look
just a
at
police
Rose's
record.
rap sheet again. I mean, this person's rap sheet.
So, as predicted, the deceased turned out to be Harper Lloyd. That went smoothly. I'll print this out and attach it to the medical records.
Aggressive behavior. Nuisance and vandalism. Aggressive behavior. Nuisance and aggressive behavior. A lot of nuisance and vandalism and aggressive behavior, along with shoplifting. Rose's rap sheet is an omnibus.
Great. Now we can go back to my inspection.
Maybe so. Maybe
I'm adding the name
so.
of the deceased. I'll start the internal examination by taking fluid from the victim's brain. A needle inserted through the nose will do the trick.
Once
If the victim
again,
was
if you're
alive when she
squeamish
fell into
about
the well,
things, it
she must
might
have
be,
swallowed
I mean,
water
you
fighting
know,
for
it's
her
not
life. And
that
then
bad.
diatoms, characteristics. In the meantime, I'll check the sample under the microscope. I'm
But,
sure that these algae traces will be found in the samples. Now I need to adjust the knobs properly. The aperture still needs adjustment. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. It's not a dirty and perfect. I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this distance. Great. This
now,
way I'll
last
see if
time
I'm
we
dealing with a
found
large
it near the
concentration of these algae.
bottom. Or somewhere near the bottom. At least this one.
No. I'm finally starting to see something here. It's not a and perfect. It's not a dirty lens and perfect.
How is that perfect? Ah, there you are.
As expected, we find the aforementioned algae in the solution. Their upper part, epitheca, which overlaps the lower, hypotheca, is clearly visible.
Bring water.
The presence of diatoms in the brain
Hey,
samples taken
listen.
indicate that the deceased was certainly alive when she fell into the water and was possibly conscious.
Spring
Since there were
water
diatoms in the
is
brain,
delicious.
It means that many more of them must have entered the body. Studies of the rest of the organs
But I did
will
grow
most
up on
likely
it, so
confirm
I
this
might be a little bit
hypothesis.
biased. It came straight out of the mountain up above our house, so you know.
I can finally get to the
Delicious!
practical part. I must be extra careful because the skin of the deceased is very stretched. I wouldn't want an explosion here.
I think it would be amazing if there was an explosion. And peel.
You can
And
immediately see a very
peel.
large swelling of the
And one more
organs.
peel.
In addition,
There we go.
all internal organs are very congested.
Loppers.
It's easy
Boom.
to see that the ribs have been imprinted in the lungs. So, I'm going to start by drawing
I mean,
blood from the
you
lungs
know.
for testing for diatoms.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Syringe. I
If
almost
diatoms were only present in the lungs, this would mean that the victim was placed in the well after death, and the perpetrator wanted to get rid of the corpse in this way. Taking the lungs in my hand, I
listen.
feel that the tissues have lost their elasticity, which is the result of water emphysema.
the lungs don't jiggle because they've lost their elasticity.
In addition, there is significant swelling of the organs, and as a result, we have a nice imprint of the ribs. The emphysema itself, it's clear how far it's progressed, which is characteristic of drowning.
Look, the things that grow in
Corpses
the
found
water are
water
just
worth
extra
examining
protein.
with the tomograph. However,
All right,
I can't
off for the
count on
bucket.
such luxuries, so I must reach for a more archaic technology: a bucket and water. Who has anyone been here? I hope no one dipped a mop in it. It's best to go to the lab for this.
Listen, the jiggle was important, okay? The jiggle was important.
Historically, the lung float test is used to detect infanticide. The water should be at room temperature.
Bothers me that the knob doesn't actually turn.
To test for this,
I mean,
I have to place the lungs in a container
the
of water.
trachea jiggles.
This checks if there's air in the lungs.
Hey, Skittles, watch this.
And speaking of lungs, everything is ready to bring the... Oh, Jesus. Of course, such a study isn't without flaws. Air may have entered a newborn's airways during resuscitation attempts. Gases were... In this case, however, it's about something else. Namely, the amount of fluid in the lungs. To test for this, I have to place the lungs.
Honestly, it's kind of wild because, you know,
they fall,
he goes through this moment of fear, right? And then just goes right back to his job. Sorry, pretty much, I think almost anybody would just be like, nope, I'm out of here. Granted, he is on medication.
Just as I assumed, the lungs collapsed easily. Fluid could have entered the lungs.
We are serving dinner soon.
Water, but it could
Don't
also
miss
be
it.
The result of bacterial infections or cancer. So further investigation is needed. I move on to dissecting the lungs of the deceased. You can hear the distinct, very unpleasant crackling of the tissues being cut through. The parenchyma is remarkably pale, although small hemorrhagic foci and petechia are present on the surface.
Foci and petechia.
All right. Now, I will check the collected fluid under a microscope. If we find 20 diatoms on the slide, it can be considered drowning, and our result, the aperture still needs adjustment. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. It's not and perfect. I won't even notice an army of Great. This way I'll see if
oh,
I'm
sweet,
dealing with
found
a
him
large
quick.
As expected. In solution, the diatoms are clearly visible. There are smaller and larger clusters of them. There will definitely be more than 20 of them.
It is indeed a Skittles.
I'll make a note of all this. So far, this case looks pretty standard. It's clear from the beginning that it's drowning. Well, the procedure requires me to check everything anyway.
Yep.
So, I move on to checking the other organs. I ligate the heart, and then remove it for inspection.
Sorry.
Strongly developed putrefactic hemolysis of the organ can be seen at first glance. Apart from that, no signs of a heart attack or other heart disease.
You had my curiosity, but now you have
Y'all
my
may want to
attention.
refresh the stream, I'm not sure.
I move on to the next organ. This time, it's the liver.
The liver!
It's immediately apparent that the deceased didn't care for herself. Like most organs, her liver is enlarged and severely
You're
congested.
multitasking and failing at that.
The beginnings of cirrhosis
Time to
are
go back to
visible in some
multitasking
areas.
school.
I transfer the organ to a board and proceed to dissect.
Dissection time!
The cross-section clearly shows dilated veins and many small hemorrhagic foci. I must admit that this is quite a feat, considering the rather young age of the deceased. Harper enjoyed drinking so much that she might not have lasted a few more years. I move on to the stomach. I take a sample of the fluid for testing. It looks very turbid.
Tasty.
I'll see what happens after spinning, but that's in a moment. Now, I carefully ligate the organ, then cut it off. It's enlarged, probably full of putrid gases.
This duck had too much to
I
eat.
transfer it to the board and carefully open it, checking the contents.
No, I'm not going to stop playing with the organs. Okay? It's not going to happen. You can't make me.
One thing you'd never get used to is how much this desk smells. Okay, the stomach is full of fluid. and
What do you mean, take
identify
time
organic
for
matter.
yourself? What
So
is
let's
that?
check the diatoms.
What is that?
Again, but in a centrifuge for a change. The problem with examining drowned people is being able to show whether the death was due to drowning or whether something else contributed to the death. Cramp, heart attack, drugs, homicide, or some accident. Such an analysis requires viewing from different angles and a careful interpretation of the collected data, including those from the field. That's why it's so important.
No, I don't. I have no idea what that is.
Unfortunately. Okay, this is one last little sample.
Do I need to cut the grass this weekend?
Now, set.
I may need to cut the grass this weekend. I think I do. Bleach! Wait for it to be done spinning. Don't open it before it stops. There you go.
Done. I'll run it directly into the chromatograph and run it against the data from the police. I'm certain the analysis will show similarities between the fluid and water in Chelsea's well.
It places the sample into the rack.
Let me think. 3 milliliters should be fine. Okay, now it's the chromatograph's turn.
Tasty! Tasty!
Well, the results are quite clear. I was hoping it would be a more interesting case.
Okay, we're getting close to where we were.
More diatoms. Analysis indicates the same origin. Blah, blah, blah. There's
Blah,
little
blah,
left to
blah.
do. I'm going to check the airway pate. Interesting.
Listen.
Looks like there's something stuck in the trachea. I'm
Look,
moving to the board for
look
further
at the
inspection.
trachea. Look at it. Look at it. Just look at it. Doesn't this look like it could, you know, definitely be some kind of alien species of something, and it's just coming at you like this. It's just coming at you like this. It's chasing you. It's chasing you. And its little mandibles on the side of its gaping maw, and it's just like it's just flopping along. Just flopping along. Okay. I'm done. I'm done. Ah! I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong, and you know it.
I dissect the trachea and open the organ. Inside, I find a wedding ring. This is interesting.
Oh!
Let me look at it.
Skittles! By the way.
Based on the size, I can say that it's a woman's wedding ring. Quite standard from the outside. There's an engraving inside. What the fuck? But this is my ring. Alice's ring. But how did it, but this should be at home.
Yes.
I have it.
Chubby Checker rings the bell.
At home. It's, I have to check this out. Where are my meds? Where the fuck are my meds? Huh? Jesus Christ! Hope these all make it go away. I have to check the apartment. It can't be.
He had his manager at your store order a printer today. Cool, cool. We're just, you know.
Mr. Ridley. Mr. Ridley!
What's all the ruckus?
I need to go home. Immediately.
What? Now?
I have to. Have you seen anyone here this morning?
That's
Anybody
pretty cool,
suspicious?
Oh, there was no one. Dorothy was, but only for a moment, then she left. What's wrong with you, Hammond?
Okay. Thanks.
What about the corpse?
I'll come back, I promise.
Oh, we're
Jesus
never coming
Christ.
back. We're leaving. We're leaving, and we're never coming back. Fuck your door. He's still wearing his gloves and the apron. Is that the guy from Bob's Burgers? I haven't seen Bob's Burgers, but I'm gonna go with probably not. But it could be. Could be.
This can't be real. Where is it?
Oh, it's real.
Where is it?
It's real.
Where?
They keep running into doors.
Please. It's not here. It's not.
Why is his wife's ring?
This is sick. Fuck. Come on, Steven. Pick up the fucking phone.
What's up, man?
They took the ring.
What ring? What are you talking about?
They took the wedding ring. Alice's wedding ring.
One sec. You mean burglary? You said nothing was missing.
Yes, I know. I know that. I don't know. I was jittery. Maybe I didn't notice. I don't know, but that's not the worst of it.
Calm down, Jack. Breathe. What happened?
I don't know if I
found
would
it
calm down.
In the trachea of the deceased I was working on. Do you understand? I pulled it out of a dead woman's trachea.
What?
I don't know what's going on. You think Red Pete wants revenge? He's playing with me.
And now the box is empty.
I knew it. I knew it from the beginning this was going to happen. I didn't make it up.
Jack, listen to me. Try to calm down. Don't leave the apartment. I'll be with you right away, okay? I'm on my way.
What sane person would do something like that? How? And when? When the fuck?
You used to have that
Ridley
phone.
lets in whoever he likes as usual.
I mean...
What are you saying? Steven? Don't leave me, man. Come on. Fuck.
Said stay in the apartment.
God, what the
I'm gonna go step in the spaghetti.
Okay, calm
Drink
down.
time.
Jesus. What's going on?
Ah, he's got the old drawer whiskey. Dude, you are losing it because there isn't even any whiskey in there. That glass is empty, man.
Just one sip more. Yep.
Probably shouldn't even be mixing it with his meds.
Jesus.
Pass out time?
Just one sip more.
Pass out time?
Okay.
Wow. Looks like your whiskey good and empty. I do have to call it a night there. Remember to get your whiskey at your local Kids R Us. What?
All right.
What?
I can't do it anymore.
The question is, did it
Kill
save?
me one day. I'll have to finish it over the weekend. It's time to go to work.
How can it be time to go to work already?
Jesus.
Child and adolescent psychologist. No. I need to call it a night because is it? Of course it's not. Mainly because I do have work in the morning. So because of course the bitrate would choose that moment to die for chance to dream. And almost there. Almost there. This is pissing me off. I bought a new modem today and it's not. I don't know. I guess the next thing I'll try is to freaking run my internet directly through the modem instead of the router. Anyways, refresh the stream so that I get you in real time. Let me find somebody to raid here real quick. Oop, I see somebody. I see somebody. I see somebody there currently playing Dead by Daylight. They are good people. They are good peeps. At least it was at the end of the stream. Man, it's been all throughout the stream. How you doing, Ginger? So real quick. Start here. Luna Shea and Harleen Quinzel, thank you for the offline follows. KCM, thank you for that 47-month resub. Hoosier Geeks, thank you for the raid. Tomorrow night will be Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga. With luck, maybe with a little extra time, maybe we can actually finish it. That would be good. That way we can get back to Autopsy Simulator next Thursday. Saturday night will, of course, be... What? No, I have the new Raid browser, but I just want... Yeah, following. What? Oh, this is crazy. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's also crazy. Oh my god, it actually pulls up their entire stream and everything when you click on it. Anyways, we're going to raid Bog Sovereign tonight. She is currently playing Dead by Daylight, which is a fun little game that we like to play like all the time. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Be back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Please stay hydrated, meaning drink some water. Drink your water. Take your meds. Eat some food. This is for you, Rose. That's fun. I like Autopsy Simulator. I do. Don't forget, if you're playing Watchers of the Realms, or if you would like to join, rather, click that, create an account, start playing, and get to level, I don't know what it is, into 6, I think. And yeah, you help me make a little bit of money, which is gonna basically pay for the modem that I just bought. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern for Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga. Y'all have a great night. Get some rest. Go hang out with Bog Sovereign. She's cool people.
A rap, like a rap. Oh, a rap.